Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet. I don't know if I'm here. I don't know if I'm going to be seeing everybody. I don't know anything because it was giving me the circle of death. And then I simply hit refresh and it started, but I've never been able to do that where it actually allowed me to stay in the same live. So it says there's one person in here. If you're in here and you're actually able to see me, hear me, and or respond or anything, please let me know. Okay, now I have 3 likes, but it says only one person in here. So I don't know. I'll type it in here. I don't know if I'm here. Oops. I'm here. Please let me know if you see and hear me. Here's hoping, fingers crossed. Oh, hey, Nancy, I see you. Hi, Natalie, my sweet friend. Hey, Amy, welcome. Okay, so do you guys hear me and see me? Miley, stop. No! Hey, no. Absolutely not. What the heck? She's chewing on my mom's basket. She's never in her life done that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to grab you by the collar, but no, Miley. No. No. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. No. Hello there. I see you and I hear you. Scary for you. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that, Becky. Hi, Natalie. I'm here lurking. Okay, thank you, Gracie. Here and see you just fine. Okay, awesome. Hi, Natalie. How are you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. How are you? What's gotten into you, little missy? You guys see her pause? She says, hi, my peeps. Hi, my peeps. Okay, no, I'm doing my video. You got to go lay down. Okay, you got to go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. I cannot believe it. She was just laying here and chewing on my mom's basket. I mean, I just happened to look up and see her doing it. I hear and see you. She's acting out, huh? Yeah, she is. I mean, she hasn't done that. And now all of a sudden, no, dude. Okay, mom just called her. Maybe she'll go behave. I don't know if she will or won't. Will or won't or will. You know what I mean. She just came back over here, so it'll be interesting to see. So anyway, yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be doing a really long live tonight because I am kind of tired. I'm still not feeling great. I got to tell you, I think I've been in bed or on the couch because I've been staying with my mom since her surgery. That there wasn't there was no necessity for it, but I've just felt more comfortable with it. But literally, I've been in bed all day yesterday, all day Saturday. I want to say all day. Friday after we got back from the office because my mom officially retired as of Friday. And I am no longer working at the company. So I am no longer working part-time, which that's going to be a whole nother conversation today. Yeah, I finally got my voice back, I think Thursday, maybe Friday. But I've been coughing like mad. I just have an upper respiratory infection, which happens to me. Those of you that have been following me for a long time, anytime I've been going, like ridiculously crazy going, like before my mom's surgeries, after, and then I have a chance to rest, I get an upper respiratory infection. It's just what happens to me. So it's just been crazy, but, I'll get into kind of sort of all of that, an update about my mom, about my channel and stuff like that. I haven't picked my 2 ingratitude drawing winners yet. And I forgot to do my December surprise giveaway winner. What? I know. So I don't know when I'm going to have time or the energy to do a recorded video plus my phone. I'm waiting for a new laptop to come in. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to get my phone to cooperate and let me actually transfer stuff off of it so that I can actually make room on it so I can actually record videos. I'm looking into getting a digital camera, which everybody I've spoken to, unless you get a ridiculously expensive digital camera, none of the new cameras, again, outside of expensive ones, have better cameras than current phones, which my Samsung S10 Plus camera was amazing. This new one, this phone, okay, please don't break on me, but this phone is a pain in the tuchus and the camera is not that great and whatever. But okay, please, again, don't break on me because you do enough stuff on your own. But yeah, anyway, you dyed your hair. Your body is making you catch up on all that lost sleep. I did dye my hair. I was so excited to be able to finally go to see, or that she had an appointment available. I had time. I saved up just enough money. But yes, I did. And I am back. Welcome back, Amy. Natalie, I actually had snow here in Georgia. Well, it was a dusting, but hey, snow. Absolutely snow. Which that's another thing. Our trip to Georgia, we're now going to have to wait to see when that's going to be able to happen. And that's going to be when I tell you about an update about my mom. So hi Natalie and everyone. Not sure how long I'm staying though. Hey Wanda, welcome. I saw your message come across, but I didn't get a chance to actually read it. But no problem. You're probably going to hear my mom coughing. I'm coughing. She typically coughs for a while after she's been intubated, but I think she also happened to get an upper respiratory infection because of that, which she has also gotten after surgeries. Plus with me having gotten one, we're just, yeah, I hope I don't have any coughing fits while on camera because sometimes they can get kind of crazy, but if I do, I do. Oh, well. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having a good or a happy new year so far. Happy New Year. I can't believe it's already the 3rd and this is the first time I'm on camera. And that I haven't been on camera in a while now, but yeah. As far as my channel update, once I give you a kind of an update on my mom, because we don't really have all information, but it'll kind of make you understand where I may be coming from for my channel. I was going to have bigger plans for this year. Not necessarily, I was still going to be involved with small businesses, but it was going to be on a different side of it versus having a bunch of stuff to show you guys because unfortunately, especially now that I'm not working, which God has a plan and there are reasons why things happen when they happen. And I get that and I know that. And right now it's more evident than ever, but I'm not going to necessarily have all the money to be able to get and show things from small businesses like I was last year. I'm hopefully at some point going to be able to get into what it was that I had planned with the small businesses. However, it's now probably going to get pushed back a little while. I was hopeful it was going to be mid-January to late January. It very likely probably won't be until like probably late February, maybe even mid-March, depending on everything and knowing once we get to know more that's going on with my mom. So right now I'm going to try to get on lives at least once a week, maybe more. Cause like after my mom's knee surgeries, remember how I was doing basically only lives a couple times a week, because I just didn't have the time to record videos and edit and all that stuff. I may try to do that more so than recorded videos. Simply because one, I'm probably not going to have as much time to do the research and to do everything that I would want to do on the topics that I was wanting to do and everything. And the stuff I was wanting to do with small businesses was going to take a lot more involvement. So until such time I'm going to be able to do that, it's likely going to be whenever I happen to have something, I'll share it with you. I do have at least 2 or 3 small businesses I still want to share with you that I've had something from for a while. One of them not as long, but I really want to share. I really want to feature them as a new small business to me because I think I'm going to love what it is that I was expecting. But outside of that, like if I were to have some sort of happy mail, or which I have some Christmas cards I'm still going to open. Oh yeah, update on my Christmas cards. I still have a bunch, and they're not going to make it to their destination by January 7th, which is our Christmas, which is what my plan was. But with being as sick as I have been, I very literally I feel off all the time, plus coughing up a lung, plus everything. And I just have not had the strength or even the desire to sit at the table to finish them. They're going to go out, and hopefully enough of the people have watched at least one video in the last month to understand what's been going on, and will understand why they're late. But it is what it is. And next year I've decided I'm going to start in October, so that if anything happens to come up, I'll be done and I can send them out like second week in December, second week in December, and be done with it. But anyway, back to my channel. So I'll probably be hopping on to more lives when I have the time to be able to do it. Regular videos I'll do as I'm able to, and then as soon as we kind of get into I don't want to say a pattern, because the next 6 months are going to be a little interesting. Once we kind of get into a groove, maybe I should say, I'll kind of know better what I can schedule and what because right now I really do need to focus on actually making things and selling things, because right now I'm relying on my business, which I've not sold much of anything in a while because I haven't been making stuff in a while, because I just haven't had the time. But I'm relying on my business, on Uber Eats, which I'm going to have to be doing a lot more when I have the time. And of course, my channel, which I'm not going to have the time to be able to put in as much. So, but I know now that this is all happening so that I'm available for my mom, and that my mom doesn't have the added stress of work while she's going through all of this crap. And yeah, so you've been sick. I know. Hello, Natalie, mods and live chatters. Happy 2022. Yes, happy 2022, Leanne. Welcome. How are you? Hello. Oh no, you've been sick. I hope you're feeling better soon. Hey, Denise, welcome. Yeah, which I swear I thought I sent your card out. I thought you were in one of the first 5 batches of cards that I sent out. But I was going through my which there's at least 2 or 3 people. I was going through the rest of my phone book, and I had put in pencil, I wrote what card it was that I sent, because I have like 30 different cards I was choosing from. So I was writing down what card I sent, but then as I finished it and sealed the envelope, I wrote the name down on a separate piece of paper. I'm glad I did that, because there are at least 2 or 3 people that I swore I sent a card out to, but I was laying, but I think it was overnight one night, and I messaged, I think it was Anita was one of them, and I said, did you get a Christmas card for me this year? And she's like, yeah, and I loved all the stickers, or whatever she said. And I was like, holy crap, because I didn't put what card I sent you, so I thought I didn't send you a card. So I have a whole stack of cards that I still have to send out. There's like, I think 97 more cards I have to send out, or maybe it's 87. I don't know. And I was putting them in order alphabetically according to my address book by card that I was wanting to send to each person. And so hers is in there, even though I had already sent her one. So I'm like, great, how many other people? And did I miss? But she was on my list that I actually wrote down the name. But 2 other people weren't on that list, and I didn't mark what card I sent them, but yet I had sent them cards. So it may be interesting. Some people may get 2 cards this year, but whatever. It is what it is. I guess I didn't have a foolproof plan like I thought I was trying to do. But yes, I have been sick, and literally in bed just forever, it feels like, but whatever. It is, yeah. So that's the update on my channel. I'll get what I can get out when I can get out, and hopefully I'll just be able to hop onto some lives every so often. As far as update on my mom, her 2-week appointment from surgery was today, or her 2 weeks since surgery was today. That's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. I do have a card. I mean, you will get a card at some point. If you haven't gotten a card from me, you know I have your address. You will get a card. Hopefully by the end of January. Plus, I missed November and December birthdays, December birthdays. I think at least birthdays that I know of, and I haven't even started January birthdays. But your hair looks fab, by the way. Thank you very much. Oh, it's I didn't style it today. I just washed it and let it air dry, and yeah. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. So anyway, today's been 2 weeks since my mom's surgery, which was when her first post-op was going to be. It's supposed to be in person. However, depending on whether they got the pathology back or didn't get the pathology back, or if they felt since the approach that they did wouldn't allow for them to do an exam, other than just giving the results of the pathology, there would be really no reason to see her. And so it was scheduled as an in-person, but then they changed it to a Zoom appointment. And as it turns out, they normally do tumor boards every Friday morning, where a bunch of different doctors from different oncology specialties sit down. They go through and they look at the different tumor pathologies, and then they all kind of sit around and compare notes. I had something like this? What did I do to treat whatever. Well, the Friday after her surgery was Christmas Eve, so there was no tumor board. Last Friday was New Year's Eve, so there was no tumor board. And her doctor was out for the last week and a half for the holidays. Evidently, he takes the last week of every year off. So he never even had the chance to look at the pathology report. His medical assistant did the appointment, which she was late, but whatever. It is what it is. Everybody was off for a while, so we get it. You had a lot going on, Hans. Don't beat yourself up. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate that. So we had the appointment. She was explaining to us all of this, and so there really wasn't much, but she would read us the report, which we could have read on the portal ourselves, but honestly, we didn't even realize it was there because we hadn't checked. But so she basically read us the report, and did she tell us about that part first? I don't think she told us about the shocker part. Hold on a second. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. Hold on one second. I'm just looking at my mom's notes. Now, when we first spoke to her, when we had the Zoom appointment, she hadn't mentioned everything. We were still under the everything, for the most part, everything was great, just like after surgery and the day she was released from the hospital, everything was rosy colored, whatever. And the CT scan, I told you guys the CT scan had shown that it was all confined to the uterus, and that from anything else, they didn't see enlarged lymph nodes anywhere, nothing in her lungs, nothing anywhere else that the CT had taken a scan of. So that is still the case. Obviously, it's the same scan. So that is a huge positive, which was one of the things that led the doctor to change his approach to one we had not discussed. And so he just took out the uterus and the cervix, left everything else in because of the approach that he did. He couldn't get access to everything else. the pathology, they go and they slice it all up and they look at everything to determine what type of cancer, all that kind of stuff, and then decide if they feel any other treatments need to happen, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, from what the pathology stated, everything was confined to the uterus. We have lymph nodes and lymphatic system throughout our entire body. Each system has their own, as obviously the cancer was confined in the uterus. He was confident that he'd gotten it. The question was going to be, was it already in the muscle tissue, like on the exterior part, which would have meant that it could have been branching off, trying to get out to get to different organs. That answer was no, it was confined to the uterus. It had not gotten into the muscles. There are like lymphatic, the way she kind of referred to it was like lymphatic juices in one of the little pockets that there are around before the muscle layer. There was a little spot of cancer there also, but it's still all within the uterus. Everything else, though, was all confined. That's fabulous. We were very excited about that. She said because they didn't have these tumor boards the last 2 weeks because of the holidays, and the doctor was on vacation and hadn't read the pathology report, she was going to go ahead and email him, copy and paste the pathology report, ask him, is there a determination that you are going to give? Because he focuses on surgery. Or he's an oncologist, a gynecological oncologist, but he focuses on surgery. He's gotten out of the treatment side of it. So she was going to ask him, based on what you read, let me know if you are going to determine what type of treatment, if any, she needs, or are we going to wait for the tumor board to do all of their stuff? And then, whatever. So she said, if I hear back from him quickly, I'll call you back today if it's before I leave. Otherwise, I'll call you back tomorrow. So she called us back a little while later. And although they are going to still have it go through the tumor board, and she doubts that they're going to change anything compared to what his decision is, simply because of what it is. He does want her to have treatment, both kinds. It was kind of a shocker. We were not expecting it, especially because of everything that was said after surgery and everything from all the doctors, the fellows, just everybody that we had seen. But there's going to be at least 6 months of one treatment, and then the other one, we don't know yet. We have to wait for both of these specialists their offices to call us to schedule an appointment for us to know anything more. Once we have those appointments, obviously we'll be better informed. But because within the tumor of the uterus, one of the type, because when she had the 2 biopsies, and I said, since this particular type of cancer you guys are concerned about wasn't evident in the biopsy, are the chances good that there was a small amount of it? And although, yes, you want to be proactive and preventative at this point. Yeah, preventative, right? It's a preventative measure. Yes. And she said yes and no, because with biopsies, they only get whatever, they kind of scrape along that section. It's only that particular little spot that they were able to get the sample from. So it's not testing everything, whereas the pathology tests everything. So she's like, yes and no. I mean, yes, it's a good thing that it wasn't obvious in the first thing that popped out, but at the same time, doesn't mean, it just, yes and no. It's good and not. But one of the cancers that was in there is an aggressive form. And although in the CAT scan, there were no enlarged lymph nodes, no concerns anywhere else in the body, thank God, and so praying that continues to be the case, this is really, according to her, going to be a preventative measure they want to annihilate the possibility of any microscopic cells that could be left behind that weren't caught in the surgery and before it has the chance to turn into anything. Can it still recur? Yes, but hopefully with 6 months of one treatment and not knowing what on the other one, hopefully it'll get it all and be done with. We are going to be talking to them about other treatment options and stuff like that. But if you guys wouldn't mind saying prayers, that I'm so beyond grateful that it was confined to the uterus, and from what we know hadn't spread. But if you could say the prayers that these treatments, first of all, aren't too ridiculously hard on my mom. I mean, they said that they've gotten it pretty down pat with, because this is a cancer center. This is all they do. I mean, any kind of cancer, but this is all they do. But she said, they have the cocktail for the infusion includes, anti-nausea, medication, all this other kind of stuff. And the people tolerate it well. But one of the first questions my mom asked was, am I going to lose my hair? And they said, yes. Now, they also told my aunt that when she went through her breast cancer, she had a conversation with her doctor, and they adjusted certain things. And with some other, she thankfully didn't. We're going to have conversations, obviously, and we're, it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. But of course, my mom's hoping it doesn't happen, especially she's like, I just retired. She's like, I was looking forward to having energy and being, well, as much energy as she has, and being able to do stuff. I'm like, Mom, we're still going to, don't worry. It just was a shocker because, like I said, everything that was said was like so not pointing in this direction that I don't want to say unfortunately, I think neither one of us, we had been thinking worst case scenario all the way up until that point, just so that anything better was, exciting. Not exciting. You know what I mean? That we weren't necessarily looking because we're like, okay, surgery's done. This is what they've said. And then we kind of let our guard down. This isn't bad. And we've already, we've talked about it. It's not bad. It's a good thing. They're trying to be, ahead of the curve, but it's still going to be very drastic on the body, that and the radiation. And so we know a couple people that have, whether it was the same type of cancer or different location, not female, whatever. We've been asking different people because we know different people that had different issues with these treatments, complications and stuff like that. So if anybody has had experience with chemo, radiation, and have had issues of any kind, if you guys wouldn't mind emailing me with what those issues were, because the medical assistant, she's like, listen, jot down, yes, okay, your friend had that, talk to him, mention that particular issue so that he can go ahead and address it. Get all the information and all the questions and talk to people that we ask 85 million questions from every aspect of anything that we possibly can think of. So the more information we have and the more that we can ask them and, see if things can be adjusted, whatever, the better armed we'll be. So we would appreciate it if you do have any experience or know anybody or if you have any questions you think we should ask or whatever the case is, please email me, natalies.closet@yahoo.com. We would both very much appreciate it. We would appreciate all the prayers that, this doesn't kick her butt as much as she's already given us a heads up. It very likely will. And better safe than sorry. My girlfriend had a lumpectomy and to err or the safe side, she had to do radiation, I think. Yeah. And I know someone, hey, Nat, you sound a little better. Thank you, Granny D. Welcome. How are you? I know someone who was going to have, I think, like 3 or 6 treatments after having uterine cancer, just in case also. And I still haven't reached out to her. I started to email her like 3 times. It's just been all kinds of stuff going on. But any kind of questions or anything you can think of that we should be armed with, if you wouldn't mind sending it to me, we would both greatly appreciate it. So that we are armed when we do meet up with these two different specialists. Medical assistant also told us when it comes to the radiation, if we're able to get to this facility, she would highly recommend that we actually go there, because this is what they do. They are known to not over radiate or over, do anything. They do, they're very just precise, and not that other places aren't, but there are some that will just, zap to high heaven, and, but we said, absolutely, that's not a problem, and like I said, there's a reason for everything and timing for everything. God had this happen when we were both going to have the time and not working, except I still need to be making some kind of money to be able to pay my bills, and, so that's going to be interesting, but I'm going to do my best to be able to figure something out. But for her to not also have the additional stress of working. So I'm just praying that she can still enjoy her retirement, and then we can still enjoy getting up to Georgia in between all of this, and, just stuff. My way to pick up groceries will you be on long? Hey, Deneen, welcome. Probably not till like 1 or 2, but I'm guessing at least till 11:30-ish, maybe midnight. I don't know. It depends on if I start fading out too soon. But hopefully I'll try to be here until you come back. My girlfriend did not lose an ear. Yeah, my aunt didn't either. But my aunt had also, she had a conversation with a doctor. She's like, listen, she did a lot of research, and it was only like 30% of the actual dose of chemo that they finally agreed on. She's like, I only want 25%. And he's like, why don't we agree on 30? Because he wanted to start at 70. And so, I mean, and she was also on 2 other treatments and stuff, and she didn't either. My mom asked, and she said, typically people start to shed after their second treatment. If it's this same typical one that I know of, but have the conversation, whatever. And so again, because my aunt was like, and then once you see that you're responding and your CT scan shows that things are shrinking, well, that's the thing. We don't have, and I'm grateful, so grateful that we don't have a CT scan that has spots and stuff that we have to, compare. I'm grateful for that. So that's why she kept saying, this is preventative. We're doing this to make sure that anything that could have been left, because it is an aggressive form, that we annihilate it before it can turn into anything. So I'm so beyond grateful that we caught it early enough, clearly. But it's still going to be, a hit to the system. And she's like, and they do the blood work before they do it, because, it affects your bone marrow, which we know, and, all that. So we're just, any prayers for strength to get through this, to, not have too many negative side effects and issues or complications, or hopefully no complications, but that would be appreciated. Chemo radiation affects people differently, so you will get many responses to that, and what you will be getting will be all over I know it is, but that's why we're asking, because and even the medical assistant said, the more questions you have from different people's experiences, the more they can address it, and that's what they are there for. She's like, they will take as much time as you need to get your fears, your concerns addressed, and everybody does have everything different. When I was on chemo, I didn't lose the hair on my head, but lost the hair on my arms, legs, and everywhere else in my body. Yeah, and I know several people that have had that also. Either they've lost it on their head, but nowhere else, or vice versa, or lost their eyebrows, but not their hair on their head. All kinds of different variations. But the other thing isn't necessarily the hair loss. I mean, that is what it is, and if she does, she does. The other thing are the complications, because we don't know personally, out of personal and real life friends that we've known that have had
different forms of cancer. We don't know anyone that has gone through chemo and or radiation that haven't had some sort of complication. Okay, I take that back. My aunt, thank God, did not. So we're grateful for that. Well, no, I lied. She had something else, but it wasn't a result of chemo or radiation. It was a result of a surgery that she had when they removed it. But she said, you know, just any of the concerns that you have, just write them down and just have the list there, and they will address it all. Because I mean, there are statistics too. And like I even said to her, I'm like, I totally understand that, you know, because she's like, they'll give you the percentage of chance that it's going to work. You know, it'll be 58%, 67, whatever. And I'm like, right. But there are people that have like a 25% chance that something's going to work, and yet they end up living 30 years and end up being cancer free. Or vice versa, you have a 75% chance that it's going to be good. And then, you know what I mean? So everything plays in: your body chemistry, your faith, your outlook on life, your everything. I mean, every age, just health, just everything plays a role. I mean, everything plays a role. And there is no set anything. And so we get that. We totally get that 100%. But of any complications, she specifically said, have anybody you know let you know what it is, so you can just ask the questions, because you don't want to later have somebody freaking the crap out of you saying, oh, well, this is what happened to me. And, you know, you could ask the question. Does that make sense? And Natalie just now finally got to sit down. Been a busy day. I know I missed a lot already. My dad had radiation, chemo, and immunotherapy. Not sure of what all has been discussed as of right now. Okay, cool, Christy. Thank you. If you know of any complications or any issues that he may have had, that would be good questions that we can ask, even though it's, you know, obviously different. He's a man, not a woman, you know, all that kind of stuff. If you could message me, that would be awesome. Mom has radiation daily for weeks and did amazingly well. Awesome. Yeah, so she said if it is this particular treatment, it's going to be once every 3 weeks for 6 months. And as far as radiation, she has absolutely no idea. She couldn't tell us anything about. I mean, she told us, again, if her doctor was still on the treatment side of it as well as the surgical side of it, she would have been more informed. But she's like, he stopped that years ago. So she's like, I don't necessarily keep up in all of that information. She's like, because I don't deal with it every day. So she's like, I don't want to steer you or say something that's totally off or whatever the case is. And we're like, of course, you know, we appreciate it. And when we do ask certain specific questions, we're like, you know, obviously we know you can't guarantee anything. I mean, medicine, yes, is a science, but it's practice. I mean, it's not a foolproof thing. Radiation chemo has come a long way. Was your aunt that went through it? Your mom says, yeah, she's her half younger sister. And she still has her treatments that she's been getting for years. Hold on, I need to respond to somebody really quick. Okay, please stop there, because that could go on forever. Sorry, a friend is not feeling well, so she is going to go lay down. Who did amazing with the chemo and radiation. He lost hair with chemo only on his head. Radiation, he just had a little rash from it on his chest. He had lung cancer. Okay, got it. Yeah, my aunt actually refused the radiation. I guess refused is a harsh word, but after having a conversation with her doctor and explaining what her issues were with it, she didn't do radiation, and knock on wood, has been cancer-free for 7 years. We just found out today that when she was diagnosed with her breast cancer, she was only given 6 months to live. We did not know that. And I guess she didn't know that for the first couple of years of treatment. Or her husband knew it, but she didn't know it. And it's now 7 years later since her surgery. which is when she is considering like day one. So very grateful for that. Immunotherapy is what got him. His body didn't agree with it. He had some kind of reaction causing breathing problems. Oh no, that's horrible. Yeah, we actually know of a doctor. Well, we don't personally know this doctor, but we know of a doctor whose mother had uterine cancer. I don't know what type it was specifically. But I think the immunotherapy treatment was no, we have it written down somewhere. I don't know where it is, but anyway, she had 3 treatments of this particular immunotherapy based on a genetic test, not a predispositional genetic test, but a genetic test showing whether or not this immunotherapy treatment would work. And she had 3 treatments of this particular immunotherapy and is cured. Absolutely no cancer anywhere. They were as shocked as anybody that it's just gone. Obviously she's still being monitored and stuff, but I was like, wow. Actually now I have to go lay down. I've been super sick all day. I thought that's what you said. I'm so sorry I didn't respond to you. Please feel better. Love you, my friend. Huge hugs to you. Thank you for all of the continued thoughts and prayers and stuff for my mom. We both appreciate it very much. I do hope you feel better. Sweet dreams if you are able to fall asleep. And we'll talk soon. My nose has been getting so clogged up at night. It drives me nuts because I can't end up falling asleep, or I do fall asleep and then it wakes me up and hey, eyeballs, just in case if the eyeballs could be watching. So anyway, yeah. So hugs to your mom and saying prayers. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate it. And again, if you guys have any questions or if you know of complications people have had or whatever, like Christy, if you wouldn't mind reminding me that your dad had the issue with immunotherapy, obviously everybody's different and there's no way of knowing what will or will not affect somebody. And totally 100% understand that and accept that, knowing what has happened or that kind of a thing will just help us be better armed when we go see these specialists and have our questions listed. And we did appreciate, we are not the type, okay, with certain things we are the type to hit the internet to look things up, but as a general rule, as far as medical things, we don't, because my gosh, you could either scare the crap out of yourself or you could get totally lost with everything that's out there. But she did give us a very reliable website to go to that you can put in the type of cancers and it'll kind of steer you towards different therapies potentially for it. And it's like it's something that they even will not necessarily actively use for their patients, but will go to kind of when they have certain questions on things, just to kind of get a guidance on certain things. But it's such, for me, a difficult topic. Too many family members I've watched go through treatments with mixed results. I will keep praying for the strength you need to get through these next steps. Thank you, Leanne. Ow. Thank you, Leanne. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, I know it is. And again, we're staying positive because at this point it is very much more of a preventing and just making sure that anything that could have been left, since they weren't able to take everything out, can get, just zapped, and that obviously, hopefully it doesn't recur. Prayers for your mama that she goes through treatments with no problems. Thank you, Becky. I greatly appreciate that. But it's definitely been an eye opener, that's for sure. And again, just totally from left field, because up until her surgery, we were always thinking worst case scenario, simply to be prepared for worst case scenario. And then after surgery, with all of the positiveness, the I don't want to say assurances because it wasn't necessarily assurances, but it was definitely leaned kind of sort of towards that tone. um, this just hit us through from left field, and it was like, whoa, what the hell happened? Yes, everybody's totally different. We thought my dad was doing amazing, but when he was last in the hospital after the immunotherapy thing, we were so confused. We didn't really know what was going on. The doctors were great, amazing, actually. That's a good thing, at least. So I'm guessing with immunotherapy, it wasn't something that they were able to reverse or catch in time. I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about this to be able to even, speculate or anything. Like if you're at the hospital or something and they give you a drug and you have an allergic reaction, they have means to try to quickly reverse that. I don't know how, for instance, the immunotherapy, is that something that takes a little while for it to fully take effect, that it to cause a negative reaction? And once it does, it's just, you know what I mean? I don't know any of this well enough to even though it's, this all, I don't want to say fascinates me. That's the wrong word, but I have a medical mind, and I was going pre-med to start. But, sorry, sometimes I get shortness of breath. It is definitely something that I try to kind of download, so to speak. But there's just so much of it. And again, everybody is so different that, even if you had two people that had identical everything, the treatments could completely affect each person differently. Or, I mean, there are just so many variations in everything that it just, you don't know. But if you guys wouldn't mind giving this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. It was a new thing they were testing, so he was a test subject basically. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, so that makes it even harder. I mean, obviously, we need people to test new things, but when they're new, you really don't know. Especially when you're going from, non-human testing to human testing. You just, yeah. But anyway, since I don't know when the next time is that I'm going to be able to do a recorded video, I figured I'd go ahead and open the last few Christmas cards I got in the mail. I feel bad because I think all but one of these people haven't gotten a card out. I haven't gotten a card out yet for. So I do feel really bad because they have always been on my list to get a card. Yeah. And I feel horrible about it. They will get a card. It likely won't be until closer to the end of January, but I'll get them out eventually. But I also have the last month of the Little Bishop Stitches Many Things in Life Club box that I've had now, I think, for at least 2 weeks, I think. I want to just go ahead and open it already. His lungs were worse than what they let on. The drug hit hard and with vengeance. One day he was fine, the next he had a collapsed lung. Holy cow, that's horrible. Wow. See, you would have thought that if the lungs were either too bad off or worse than they let on, that they wouldn't have necessarily. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Christy. That must have been rough. But I mean, again, I don't know. I sometimes don't know. Is it good to test? You have to test in order to be able to get anywhere, but sometimes that could be rough. But I'm sorry he had to go through that. Our someone we know is convinced that he has lung cancer and that the doctors are pretty confident he has lung cancer. And I guess his father, his grandfather, and his great grandfather, I think, all died by the time they were like 58. I want to say, I think he's like 56 or I don't know, something like that. He's like within a few years of when most of the men in his family have passed away from lung cancer, from what he said. And he's like, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep going. And when I drop dead, I drop dead. He's like, I'd rather not know, and I don't want to suffer or this, that, and the other. And I get it. I mean, I do get it because, treatments can be very hard on the body. But if it's something that, we weren't going to try to talk him into getting treatment, but we were going to talk to him and say, listen, they have had so many advances and stuff that maybe you could get an extension on your life, but I get it. He's just living his life, but we feel sad because we know him and he's a great guy. And, he's just not even wanting to get tested to confirm whether or not he has it or see the potential of possibly having some sort of a treatment plan, but is what it is. My nose is getting so stuffed up. It's like getting stuffed up and then unstuffing and then stuffing and unstuffing. So frustrating. But let me go ahead and open these Christmas cards, if you guys don't mind, that is. This one's from Dogstar Knits, which you all know I love Jake dearly. He's awesome. He recently celebrated an anniversary, and I think they were in New York. But I feel bad because he's one of the ones that I had on my list, and I thought I sent out originally, but evidently ended up not sending it out yet. So I feel bad because I wasn't wanting him to think I was sending him a Christmas card because he sent me one. But this is adorable. Merry Knitmas. You guys know his logo, right? From all the times I showed it. Jake's the one who he made my colorway for me. He has it in his shop. I have the link in the description box below with the coupon code. It's for anything in his shop, but this is just adorable. Merry Knitmas. That's so awesome. Yes, I am wanting to work with him now. With everything going on right now, I was wanting to work on something for either my birthday or Valentine's Day with him. I'm going to still try to do something with him because he's totally up for it. I just don't know what kind of time I'm going to have, but I'm going to try. But he was okay with everything in the end. He was stage 4. I'll send you my number, or you can Facebook call me for support if you want to talk. I have almost all my dad's notes and things. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Christy. Yeah, go ahead and message me your number. That'd be awesome. In a notebook. Yarny goodness now, please. Okay, sounds good. Happy New Year. Hey, Lisa, welcome. How are you? Long time no chat. Or no see, I should say. But I love his, you guys know, I mean, having found him was totally serendipitous. Because with all the dog stuff and the paw prints and everything else, what a business to have work with me to make, a colorway for me. But this is just adorable. Merry Knitmas. This is totally going up. Okay. Honestly, I can't say, I know I kept promising that I was going to have my Christmas scape up at least until the 14th. I haven't even been in my place outside of just grabbing Miley's food or grabbing a shower or whatever since my mom's surgery. So I can't even promise that my Christmas scape is going to be up, but that's okay. I'm going to forgive myself. But I am sad that I don't have all my cards up on my scape, so that I may keep up the entire month of January if I even get the chance to do a recorded video. But hey, Anvita, welcome. Hi, Natalie. Hi, friends. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, my friend. Lisa, did I say Happy New Year? I apologize if I didn't. Happy New Year, Lisa. So anyway, yeah, let's get on to Yarny Goodness. So this is from Beth. I also feel bad because I can't remember if I got Beth's card out or not. I have to check my list. I know she's been going through a lot of stuff. Oh, this is adorable. Oh, there's stickers. Oh, watermelon stickers. I can't squeal, but they're holographic. These are from Pipsticks. You guys know I have my Pipsticks subscription, my sticker subscription, and I do have an affiliate link in the description box below. So if you love stickers, whether you would want to sign up to a monthly subscription or just want to buy a sheet at a time or whatever, I would love it if you'd consider hitting going through my link. It doesn't cost you any extra to go through my link, but I do get a small percentage. They have amazing stickers, but she sent me this sheet. It's one sheet, but she cut it in half so it fit in the card. But you can't quite see the holographic, but like the white part of the watermelon. And you all know I'm obsessed with watermelon, right? So she sent me the sheet of watermelon holographic stickers. Yeah, I'm so excited. I love these. I have the sheet from that particular month, but that's awesome. Because she knows I'm obsessed with watermelon. So, and Lisa and Vita, hi Granny D. But anyway, this card is so adorable. And she put us so warm wishes. And see how it has she added this little marshmallow sticker. It's so cute. And this is all glittery, but you can't quite see it in the card. Got a cat attacking my big toe through a blanket. Ouch. It's not funny, but it is funny. May you have a deeply relaxing holiday full of comfort and joy. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, your mom, and Miley. With much love, Beth. That is so sweet. She has so many stickers in here. It's so cute. I am going to save reading the private message for later, but so cute. So many cute stickers. On this side, I'll show you the stickers, but she added all these stickers. So cute. She knows me so well. Actually, she introduced me to Pipsticks, so I'm very grateful to her for that because they have amazing stickers. All right, so that was from Beth. Then from Kathy, Mimi Cat Do, that is, but Kathy, her card I'm pretty sure went out already. Lisa, your card didn't go out yet. And Vita, I don't think your card went out yet. I apologize. You guys will get cards by the end of January, but with my mom and her surgery and everything else, just things kind of went sideways. Oh, this is beautiful. Who's this from? Oh, yeah, Kathy. It's the most wonderful time of the year. This is a gorgeous card. I am thinking about getting into card making, but making like one card every year for my Christmas cards instead of having 35 different boxes of cards, although I'm obsessed with buying Christmas cards. So I may not. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but we're trying to get into different crafts and stuff. So I guess we're going to see what happens. But this is a beautiful card, and it's all glittery and sparkly, which of course Kathy knows I'm all about. Natalie, Lewis, and Miley, because I did sign my Christmas cards, Natalie, Mom, and Miley. But wait. So it's the most wonderful time of the year for remembering wonderful people like you. That is so sweet. Thank you for the love. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Love and hugs, Mimi Cat Dude. Thank you so much. I don't think Kathy's here, but thank you, Kathy. My mom just said, waved, so she said hi. And this is from Brenda. I did remember to bring my mom's letter opener. Brenda's on my list. I just haven't sent the card out yet. This is a cute Santa Claus. Couldn't think of what it was. Wishing you fun in all the shapes and sizes this Christmas. Okay. Oh. Okay, I got to reach out to her. Wait. How far is that from me? I think she's not going to be too far from me. Well, actually, I think it's a lot farther than I was thinking. Hold on a second. Let me look it up really quick. She's going to, oh. Okay, she's going to be in a totally different area than I'm going to be at all. But that would have been fun to have seen her. But that was very sweet, Brenda. That is so sweet. I'm so excited with all the Christmas cards. You guys are so amazing. Like, so amazing. And these totally were at the right time, too. All right. And then this one was from Kenyatta. Where is she? She's in Indianapolis. There's this wonderful thing that happens at Christmas. People remember to count their blessings, and even everyday moments seem more filled with hope and joy. This Christmas, that's what you're wished: more blessings than you can count, more joy than you can imagine, a new year that feels more hopeful than ever. That is so sweet. Oh, I feel bad. I sent her a Christmas card, so she sent me one. But that's not why I send Christmas cards out. I send Christmas cards out because I enjoy buying Christmas cards and sending them out. But that's a very pretty card. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yay. Okay, so that's, ow, I had my leg, crossed, and that hurts big time. Are you guys still here? Am I boring you yet? And Lisa, I'm so far behind on videos. I have so many of Lisa's in my watch later. I just haven't had the time to be able to watch it. And very seriously, the last few days that I've been in bed, I've done like nothing except surf cable and just feel off. I mean, I haven't been wanting to eat. I have been eating because I know I need to eat, but I just haven't been feeling like eating anything in particular. And my mom's like, well, what do you think about this? And I'm like, yeah, okay. And what do you think about this? I'm like, I seriously don't care. And I've been a very difficult person to try to satisfy with food. Okay, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure you guys were still here, because you never know with YouTube, and so, and the numbers keep going up and down. So I figured I'd ask. All right, so let's go ahead and open this last box. This was the 6th month of I think it's the mini things. You guys know I get it wrong every single time. Every single time I get it wrong. But I think it's the many things in life club. I don't know. Again, small business stuff is going to be very limited this year, especially since I'm not working now. Okay, she so tapes up this box so well each time, and I always end up having a problem getting into it. No, I just broke the box. Okay, I think I got into it. I think. I'm here. I was listening. That's fine. I counted my yarn bands, and I used 90 skeins of yarn or thread in 2021. Now to start to. That's awesome. I wish I used that much. I could use to cough a lot more, but I'm not going to. Hey, Doris, welcome. How are you? Hey, I almost missed your live. Yeah, this was kind of an impromptu one, and that's kind of what it's going to be for the next little while. Because I honestly don't know what our schedule is going to be with everything going on. So didn't even try to count yardage. Just count the yardage from the bands. Yeah, so hopefully notifications will keep going out, and people will be able to know when I'm going live. For those that I either am connected with on Messenger, I try to let know when I'm going before I go live, and otherwise just hope, like I said, notifications go through. Hey, Nancy, welcome. How are you? Okay, so let's go ahead and... no! What just happened? Hold on. Oh, okay, because this is the last one, I think. I'm pretty confident it's the last one. Why the question mark? I do as far as I have a voice, but now I'm congested and coughing and stuff. Well, I'm trying not to cough on camera, because when I get started, sometimes I can't stop, and it sucks. But is what it is. All right, so let's see how she did this time. Okay, I can't do it that way. So let's do it this way. I'm going to see it before you guys do. Sorry. I'll try not to. Nope, I saw it already. I can't wait to put them all together to see what can work together. Hold on. This is the extras bag. Ooh. Some candy. Yay. You all know I'm obsessed with candy and chocolate. Any kind of chocolate and candy. Actually, I'd love to try, like, you know, different areas have different like specialties, like different, whether it's chocolate or whatever. I'd love to try like every area's like stuff. You know what I mean? Like Sanders in Michigan. Like, okay, when I was at Sanders in Michigan, I felt that the chocolate I bought there tasted better than like all the Sanders candies you can find everywhere else around, like in retail shops. But you know, I would just love to try everybody's chocolate. I just have to figure out a way to do it. This is cute. This is a Haribo. These are heart gummy worms. Gummy worms. They're heart gummies because they're not gummy bears because they're hearts. But it says Merry Christmas, Haribo. Okay, it's in German, and I'm not even going to attempt to say it. But you see the little hearts? That's cute. I can't wait to try them. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. Oh, and there's tea. This looks like it could be like a feel better tea. Totally don't know because it's all in German. And I don't know why that made me think that, but if you guys can read it, more power to you if you want to let me know what it is. But to me, it looks like it's supposed to be like a feel better tea or something. I don't know. And that, ooh, this is beautiful. She always tries to include something from a small business. And her does not disappoint. This is Flying Colors, care of Sonja Schult. Yeah, the rest is in German. She does have an email address on the back and her Facebook. It's www.facebook.com/Flying Colors GER. That's, I'm guessing, her business card. I don't know if you guys can see that or take a screenshot. And then this is the front of it. This is beautiful. I'm guessing it's hand painted or hand something. That's very pretty. I'm trying to get the glare out. I don't know if you guys can see that well. Maybe not, but that is very pretty. I got to check out her stuff. I love it. That's awesome. So thank you, Catherine. I know she's not watching right now. She's probably sleeping. But so here is this month's The Many Things in Life Yarn Club. I think I got it right for the first time in 6 months. I think I got it right. It only took 6 months. But the mini Hanks are undoing themselves. They're misbehaving. So this is The Many Things in Life Yarn Club. Happy New Year Sparkle, because that's the base I got. What does it say? Oh, 520 gram one-of-a-kind minis, 400 yards. No, 437 yards. So let's, I can't tell if they're coming out true to color or not. This is coming out more royal blue on camera on my side. It almost looks more blue jeanish, maybe, kind of, sort of. I don't know. This one is more, has more orange in it. This one has more pink in it. This one has kind of greens and reds, maybe. I don't know. And this one has more of a cream base with oranges and reds. And is that brown? The coloring is really bad right now, but they're all very pretty. And I think you can see the sparkle a little bit on this one the most, but very pretty. And then the main hank, which is this 50 gram. Uh-oh. No, it's caught on the staple. This 50 gram hank is January 1st Vamp base, which is, I think, her mohair and silk, if I'm not mistaken, 459 yards, which is beautiful. Also, you could see the halo, but that's very, very pretty. Hello and hugs for your mom on you. Thank you so much, Granny D. I appreciate it. What weight of yarn is that? These are fingering weight, and this is lace weight. Hey, from Hyde Night, North Carolina. Hello, Trina. Welcome. How are you? So these totally, as you can see, go well together. Absolutely love it. Catherine does amazing work. You all know, I mean, I don't know. I think those of you that have followed me the longest know that I love Madeline Tosh yarn. Mad Tosh is one of my absolute favorite yarn brands. Their color saturation, their everything is just absolutely amazing. But the color options that they choose, as well as the saturation, the vibrancy, everything is just incredible. And any hank that they have, they're always amazing. Cat right up there in my book with Madeline Tosh. She just does incredible, the color options, the vibrancy, the saturation, everything. Yes, she is in Germany, so there is the conversion, there is the shipping, but I don't know if the coupon code, I'm going to have to check with all of the small businesses that I have coupon codes for to make sure that the coupon codes are still active since it's a new year. For right now, I have a coupon code to her website in the description box below. It's Little Vicious Stitches. I think it's either 15 or 20% off. I can't remember, but that can help offset the exchange maybe a little bit. But she really does fantastic work. I highly recommend her. Also, Vera Yarns Design. Oh my gosh, she does work. I mean, like, wow. You want bright, you want colorful, you want vibrant, and just everything. Check her out. Woolly Mama is another one. She does all the neon. She's the one that did my Christmas advent. She does amazingly bright neon and colorful color work. Oh my gosh, she does amazing stuff. You're welcome, Nancy. But yeah, definitely check them out. Oops, let me put this all away. My head's getting fuzzy again. I think my doctor called in something. I think a steroid or pack or something, because my coughing has been like just nonstop and it's driving me up a wall. But I didn't go pick it up yet. Oh, and for those of you, I don't know if any of you are here actually. Yeah, Nancy, Granny D, Leanne, Wanda. No, Wanda's gone. Christy, I don't know if Christy's still here. Amy is gone. Mary, I haven't seen. But for those of you that did super chats, my last live? No, it was a live before that, I think. Anita had mentioned, if anybody wants to, send something in order to get something for my mom. And you guys were like talking about flowers or massage or, nails, petty, whatever. You guys collected quite a bit. I think you guys collected like $65 or something. So that's actually taking care of her next mani and petty. So she said, thank you very, very much to those of you that sent a super chat for that. We both very much appreciate it. That definitely helps, especially since she's now retired. So I'm actually going to be picking it up tomorrow when we go there for our petties. And someone in our office got us a gift certificate to our nail tech also. So her next 2 manicures and her pedi are going to be taken care of. A mani pedi from you guys, so thank you very much. And my mani are going to be taken care of, so I'm really excited. And that was from the gift certificate from our from someone at our old office, I should say. We don't work there anymore, but yeah. So thank you so incredibly much for that. That was huge and very much appreciated. Hey, Crystal, welcome. How are you? Pamper, sweet mama. Yes, I know, especially now. Absolutely 100%. She was like, well, you didn't get the money yet. You don't get it. You're not going to get it until later in January. I'm like, don't worry. I'm taking it out of last month's. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, don't worry. So she couldn't believe it. She very seriously was brought to tears on that one. So, yeah, so thank you for that. I almost put the straw up my nose, really. But, I didn't put enough, I've still, every time I go to the grocery store, I still look for the cranberry and pineapple juice. Can't find it. They are so short on Ocean Spray in particular, but any kind of cranberry juice, I cannot find it. I did see it once again as the 100% juice with no sugar added. When I've gotten the cranberry juice, the 100% cranberry juice, it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, and since I don't drink it that often, I want it to be, what I really love. But I didn't get that one. I know a couple of you said that one would be just as good. So I don't know. I may, since I cannot find it as the regular drink. But obviously, well, actually, I can't say that obviously it's popular because I think they're just not getting it in versus getting it in and selling it out right away. Because I've been there like right when they stock it and it's not there. But now I cannot wait to actually find it. So I'm actually I think I'm going to go to, I've been to a different, I was at Earth Fair, but they don't carry Ocean Spray. And what they didn't have even a spot for a cranberry pineapple. But I am going to check Winn-Dixie, which is another grocery store that we have here, see if they happen to have it. And if not, then I know they're just not delivering it right now, but I cannot wait to try it. See the diet ones, like the diet ones versus just 100% juice, or not just, but I just can't do it. Plus it affects my sugar more. Hey, Regina, welcome. I'm sorry I missed you. How are you? Maybe check Wally World. I don't think we have Wally World. Hold on, let me check. At least I don't think I've ever seen Wally World. I've heard of Wally World, but I don't think that's what I'm looking for. That came up as an Etsy shop. And Walmart came up when I did Wally World. Why would that be the case? Or am I thinking of Wally World as something different? Yeah, again, Wally World. Oh, but that's WALLY World is Walmart. But even the Kroger brand was good too and a little cheaper. Yeah, they don't have, that's what I'm saying. Even the Publix brand, they didn't have it in. I don't have a Kroger near me. I call Walmart Wally World. Oh, okay, got it. I don't go there often, but I will check it out. And I don't think I have any Krogers near me. There's one in Groveland, Florida, but I thought there was one where we were one time, but it wasn't. It was just a truck. I was like, why would there be a truck there if there's no store there? But there was. Okay, they only offer grocery delivery in Tampa. They have 3 locations in Florida, but not here. They're located in Groveland and Fernandina Beach, but not here. Oh, they may be buying Winn-Dixie? Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. I take that back. They decided against it. They were going to, but they decided against it. Okay. Wally World is Walmart. Thank you. Okay, guy. I thought I knew it from somewhere, but I couldn't remember. Do y'all have Food Lion still? I haven't seen. Holy crap! I haven't even heard of. Thought of Food Lion in forever. I don't think we have one near me. No, it's all northern Jacksonville. So no. But wow, I haven't heard of them in forever. Excuse me. Yeah, Jacksonville and Fernandina. Excuse me. No. No, actually this is all saying Georgia. But it does say that Jacksonville has a couple, but no, we don't have Food Lion. But I'll check Winn-Dixie, and the next time I happen to be in Walmart, we don't really shop at Walmart very often or Target or anything, but we will go there for toilet paper and paper towel, because that's one thing. Well, now we're probably gonna have to be even more careful, but I just lost my train of thought. Oh, we will go to Walmart and or Target for paper towel and toilet paper, but just because it's so ridiculous. Publix has they have jacked up the price for toilet paper and paper towel so ridiculously. It's not even funny. In any way, shape, or form funny. But I guess is what it is, right? So have any of you guys ever watched on Hallmark Channel? It's the Gourmet Detective Mystery Series. Great series. The guy on there reminds me of my dad. Not totally, but in certain aspects of his eyes. Really? Wow. I can't see that at all anymore. That's how bad my eyes are. I used to be able to squint really hard. What is his name? Dylan Neal, I think. Dylan Neal, his eyes, his deep set eyes remind me of my dad so much. It's not funny. Yes, love it. Right? It's awesome, isn't it? I call Walmart Wally World as well. That's too funny. My thoughts often leave me on the train. Yeah, tell me about it. Frugal Fit Mom talks about a store that's a Kroger but a different name, but I can't think of it. What I thought something came up. Kroger, Pinellas County. What? Excuse me. Oh no, I don't know what the heck that is. No, but it's not coming up as anything else. What? It says Kroger is taking on Publix in Florida without opening a single grocery store. How is that possible? Well, I guess a lot of people are having groceries delivered, but Publix delivers groceries. I don't know. Fred Myers. Huh? Who? Hold on. Let me look him up. Fred Myers. Oh, as far as a store? Why is that showing as something? Oh, no, that's in Washington. Washington, Idaho, and Oregon. Never mind. I thought you were like trying to guess the name of the guy in what did I say it is? Gourmet Detective Mysteries. Yeah, Gourmet Detective Mysteries is awesome, and Murder She Baked is awesome, and what's that other one with Candace Cameron Bure? Nancy, you probably watch it. If you watch seriously, I just forgot it again. And this is the third time I'm going to be looking at Gourmet Detective. I know it. I mean, how can I keep forgetting it? But yeah, those are all great shows. Tea Garden Murder Mysteries. Yes, that one. Love the Tea Garden Murder Mysteries. Murder She Baked. Love, love, love. Although the the cop that what's her face is dating in the one I just said, he moved over to GAC. So I'm curious to see if they're going to end up getting married on Hallmark, because he's on GAC, and she's on Hallmark. But they just did their latest episode last year for their engagement. So I'm like, yeah, I wonder. Modern Club, signed, sealed, delivered. I can't remember. I don't know if I. Oh, my nose. Signed, sealed, delivered. Have I seen that one? I've seen it advertised 8 million times, but no, I've not seen that one actually. I've just for the first time put in a delivery for groceries. I set up a table near where we park our cars, so we have no contact at all. They can drop and leave. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of cool. That's a good series too. Postal. What? What? Signed, sealed, delivered? I just really like Murder She Baked. I think that's cool. Oh, but remember the one, she's also in that other mystery one where she takes over a newspaper. No, she has a radio a podcast. Is it a podcast? I think it's a podcast about postal lost mail. Oh, okay. Well, that's a whole nother thing. Crap. I got to reach out to a couple people to see if they got something. Oh, man. I haven't sent out. Gracie, I haven't sent out your package yet. And, oh my gosh, my subscribers of the week, I haven't sent out either the last couple of weeks, last couple of winters. Things have just been so freaking crazy, I swear. Yes, her uncle. That one I like also. And I think I have all 15 of the Tea Garden ones recorded. And Murder She Baked, I think I have all. Gourmet Detective, I think I have all. The only thing is they take up like my whole freaking DVR almost. Plus, Uncle Owns Paper, She Blogs. Yes, that one. That's another great one. You are losing me, LOL. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Bendy, and the Ink Machine of Minecraft is on my TV. Sorry for losing you. I'm talking about Hallmark shows. What I recorded recently. Has anybody ever watched Las Vegas with James Caan and Josh Duhamel and oh my gosh, what's his name? You guys know the other guy in Security. It's so funny how many actors that I know now, like in Chicago Fire or Chicago PD or in Blue Bloods or stuff like that, that I now, or Last Man Standing, that have been kids in shows like in George Lopez or that have been young actors like in Las Vegas and stuff. I mean, it's crazy how they're like all over the place. We understand how crazy life can be. Thank you, Doris. I appreciate that. Don't worry about anything except your mama, Miley, and you. Thank you, Becky. I know, but you all know that's not easy for me at all whatsoever. It's so not easy for me. I know Gracie will forgive me, and I know everybody that all the subscribers of the week will forgive me also, but I still feel bad because it's still my responsibility to get stuff out to them. I just measured Kat to make it a sweater. That's too funny. I'm hoping. Okay, I'm really hoping that the treatments for my mom are going to be relatively not crazy and aren't going to take hours, because my aunt was saying that when she was going through her chemo and the other two treatments, the infusions were like 6 hours minimum and stuff. And I'll be going with my mom when she goes. Um, and she's like, well, I want you to have your life. You need to focus on your business and you need to focus on your channel. And I'm like, Mom, I'm going with you. Just don't even bother arguing with me. And she's like, yeah, she's always like, no, I don't want you, don't worry, whatever. But I'm like, that's not happening. Anyway, I'm hoping that when I'm with her, that I'm going to have the desire to crochet. I haven't had the excitement or the passion for it because just so much has been going on. And I'm wanting to make my bees, because I showed you guys the yellow bees. I was wanting to make some bees for Valentine's Day, make some pink and black and red and black ones. Only thing is, I realized that the pink that I have, I do have it in the Premier Parfait Chunky. I think I have enough black in Parfait Chunky to be able to do it. But I don't have any red, whether in Parfait Chunky or Sweet Snuggles. And I don't want to make a Parfait Chunky one. It's going to be too small. I like the Sweet Snuggles ones because it's a big bee. But I don't know. I'll see. I miss adult TV. You're so funny, Christy. I'm sure you do. Although I always play Nickelodeon for Miley, so I know like Paw Patrol and SpongeBob and all these other ones because it'll be playing in the background and I'm like singing along with them. I'm like, seriously. Welcome back, Deneen. But I can imagine, Christy, you poor thing. So I'm trying to think if there was anything. I was going to actually have you guys set up so that I could be working on Christmas cards on the dining room table. But I so absolutely just have, I mean, like right now it's even, I was going to come online and do a New Year's Eve live to ring in the new year with anybody that wanted to be here. Obviously, I mean, people have lives too. And I know there are a lot of lives going then, but Miley was so terrified of the fireworks that I couldn't not have the TV blaring. So I was like, okay, well, I can't. I did give her a sedative, but it does, she fights it so much that it's almost counterproductive, but not once she finally lets it like kick in, like after 3 hours. But she was just so terrified and she still won't go outside in the dark, like at all. Like as soon as it's dusk, forget it. She won't go out again. Actually, New Year's Day, she went out in the morning, peed like a racehorse for like, I want to say it was like 20 seconds, which is long for her. And then wouldn't go out the rest of the day until the next morning. I mean, I was trying to pull her out. Okay, no, I lied. We had a grooming appointment on the 1st. Yeah, she would only go. It was first thing in the morning. She would only go. She went out, and then I took her. She went there. I had to push her into the groomers. She did not respond well to a new woman that was there. I mean, she didn't bark, but she would not look at her. She turned around and she was like, talk to the hand. And so then her groomer came in, and I'm grateful that she kind of got not excited, but she greeted her, because I've been starting to wonder why she's not wanting to go in anymore. And so that kind of gave me a little level of comfort. But then when I brought her home, she peed on the way out, brought her home, wouldn't go out again until the next day. I was like, are you kidding me? But she's so terrified of the fireworks. And I'm grateful that people didn't do it really a lot on Christmas. I only heard a couple in the distance. New Year's, I knew they were going to go crazy. So New Year's Eve, there were a lot, which terrified her. So I couldn't do a live. Then I was going to do a live on New Year's Day, but in the evening. But they started the fireworks, I wanted to say at like 4:30 or something. And so she was terrified after that. And I was like, nope, can't do it again. And then there's today. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to get on there and see what happens. My kiddos love Paw Patrol. I know Paw Patrol is cute. The treatments with my dad were hours. I wasn't allowed back with him. It was the start of and a lot of time in my car. Things have changed since then. Yeah, they have. Well, and even with this particular center, they allow at least 2 healthy people. 2 additional people with the patient in basically anywhere, which I'm grateful for. And in all honesty, I would be going with my mom anyway. I've gotten in with her anywhere we've been since the start of all of this. Even when we went to urgent care, Christmas Eve, was it? I can't remember. They were like, well, unless you are needed, unless she needs assistance, you need to stay outside. And I was like, she needs assistance. And they were like, well, she seems to be able to walk. And she's like, no, she needs to be here to hear all the medical stuff because I zone out. And they weren't really. And then and I looked at her and she just let me in. I was like, yeah, I'm coming in. I don't give a crap. But the doctor was totally fine. And the nurse practitioner, they were like, yeah, no problem, come on in. But yeah, nobody, my mom's not going anywhere by herself. But she does literally block out medical stuff. She just like she'll listen to it and she understands it when we're talking and stuff, when having a conversation, she gets what's happening. I mean, she's not, it's not like it's just, she'll be listening and having the conversation, but she forgets all that. Like she doesn't pay attention to the details. And so then it's like so what the doctor say? Well, and I'm like, okay, mom, come on. But she has no interest in it. Like I have an interest in it. But yeah, poor Miley. Let me tell you, some of them that they were doing, and some were even neighbors, were huge ones. I mean, so ridiculous. We felt them. We were just consistently feeling them. Now, I have nothing against fireworks. My ex-husband and I used to buy hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of them. But we went to either abandoned commercial areas or commercial areas that were closed down in the evenings. We didn't do big ones in residential areas. And of course, we always cleaned up after ourselves. But in our old neighborhood, we would all do like sparklers and little ones, but we never did big, loud ones in our neighborhood ever. I mean, and our German Shepherds didn't even really mind. They didn't like them, but they tolerated them. Miley is petrified of them, petrified. And she will be leery of being outside for at least a couple weeks. And then the next time she hears even, and we had a movie that was being taped at a lake or like a county park a few miles away. And people were actually complaining because they were thinking they were hearing gunshots. Well, we thought so too. And they were, but they were on a movie set. But they were like at 6 o'clock in the morning and stuff. I mean, it was so ridiculous. And that is also something that affects Miley because, gunshots are also loud and I need to cough, but I can't because I'll start going and I won't stop. But it's just very frustrating because people don't take into consideration other animals. I bought one of those thunder sweaters, didn't help at all. Yeah, I have a thunder sweater also. It did nothing. It started December 30th all the way to January 1st around that afternoon. I will say that around here, that's typically the case. Actually, they normally start about the 27th. But for sure by the 30th, they're doing it like all day, like like by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, they're already starting. I'm grateful that this year they didn't, I mean, maybe one here or there on the 30th and even on the 31st, but I'm sorry. No, the 29th and the 30th is typically where they already start pretty good. And then the 31st, of course. But this year on the 30th, I think there were one or two. And then the 31st, it was just like from, I think, 1 o'clock on, I think is when it started going crazy. I wish I would have been more stern with the doctors about my dad. He didn't understand or couldn't repeat back the info, just like when they told him it was stage 4 and he only had 8 months max. He didn't even remember to tell us that or even remember for himself. It was a surprise to him. Wow. See, that's horrible. That's negligible. Okay, that's my personal opinion, but that's negligent on their part. I will not. My mom, nope, it would not happen. I mean, even when my uncle was sick, when he was down here, he's passed away since, and he ended up having cancer in his eye, and he had lost his eyeball, his entire eye socket, actually. But when he was here, he was sick with pneumonia, aspiration pneumonia, and he ended up in the ICU. With ICU, typically you have visiting hours. That's it. You don't get to spend the night. You don't, whatever. I literally lived in the hospital for 2 weeks with him. Came home only not even a handful of times to go take a shower. I was washing up at the hospital and stuff. I was like, I'm not leaving him. Yes, he speaks English, but he has a heavy Yuki accent, and he was of the mind frame and the generation of whatever the doctors say is the way it is. You don't question, you don't ask questions, you don't anything. You just do what they say, and that's it. And he totally wasn't paying attention to anything. I was like, that's not happening. And I'm like, I will stay here. I will sleep on this chair right here. And they're like, no, ma'am, we can't. And I don't remember how it was that I finally convinced them to let me stay, but I literally lived in the ICU room with him for 2 weeks. They were kind of grateful because they were a little short staffed. This was a few years ago, but several years ago now. Because like when the monitor would go off, I'd reset it, or if his IV, the IV thing would beep, I would reset. Obviously not if it was out of medication or if there was a problem with the IV or something, but they knew what it was, what I was capable of doing and what I wasn't. And they allowed me to be able to be there to help with those certain things. So I was grateful for that. And I was able, and it was good because there were a couple of times that, something didn't sound right and they had to go and they, had to check on stuff, whatever. But I have no problem. I am not bashful when it comes to my mom and medical stuff and them trying to tell me I'm not going to be with her. You can kiss my tuchus back and forth to Sunday. I don't care, whatever the saying is. I don't care. She's not going by herself. That's why I tell the doctors that my daughter comes with me because I'm not remembering what I should. Heck, I'm 71 and just don't want to hear it. Exactly. My mom's 70. She's like, I'm okay. This was even earlier than that, but it's not not happening. So it's just, I'm very grateful that no major stuff happened during the heyday. The really heightened times during the last couple years. Her last knee surgery, her second one was March of 2019. So just when things were starting to, happen and stuff and whatever. But, so I'm grateful that we didn't have a ton of stuff other than regular doctor's appointments or whatever. But not during like lockdowns and stuff, but when things started opening back up. But yeah. I'm sorry, Christy, that you weren't able to be there because that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't, make you any more crazy than you already probably are about that. But that's, yeah. That's rough. And that's the other, like I mentioned earlier with my aunt, we had no idea until today when we were talking to her after we got off the phone with her doctor's medical assistant. We had no idea that my aunt was only given 6 months to live. We had no idea. She didn't know. She didn't know for the first two almost 3 years of treatment. Only her husband knew, but she didn't know that. He finally told her that, and she was like, "What?" And I mean, I'm like, how do you not tell the patient that? And she doesn't have any issue with not remembering or understanding medical stuff. I told Tina if they wouldn't let her go, I would limp real bad, so she has to help me walk to the room. Exactly. I'm totally there with you, Becky. I will be a handful for doctors. I don't trust one as far as I can throw a boulder. Crystal, I totally get it. And it's not necessarily from the perspective of I don't trust them. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't trust them until I actually get to know them. But yeah, I just, after I dealt with a couple of crazy things. I was telling you guys, I think, I don't remember when, recently, I think, but when I was going in for surgery, I'm pretty sure it was my thyroid surgery. I can't remember, but they were taking me down to the basement, which of course in my mind is the morgue, not operating rooms, but whatever. And they had like a handicap placard, you know how it's laminated or it's hard plastic and it's got the little hook thing so you can hang it on your rear view mirror. Well, they basically look like that, but they were color coded. There was a red one for allergies. There was one on there for signifying, the general area of my surgery. And then there was another one, and I don't remember what that one was. And another one that was a totally different color. And I asked questions. I mean, even if I don't know everything that they may be telling me, I still ask the questions. And I was like, what are all these colorful things? And so they're like, well, this is for whatever my surgery was, and this is your allergies, and this is whatever the other one was that I wasn't sure about. It was a legit one, but I just can't remember what it was. And then the last one was the amputation of I think it was the right leg. I was like, excuse me? And she's like, yeah, they're going to be down in a little bit to mark your leg. I was like, did you not just hear what you said for the first one? I said, I'm not having an amputation on my leg. And she was like, well, yeah. She goes, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm here for it. And I swear it was my thyroid. And she was like, well, let me go check your chart. And so she goes check her chart and she comes back. She was like, oh yeah, that's good. She's like, good thing you asked. I was like, excuse me? So she took it off. Next thing I know, somebody's coming down to mark my leg. And I was like, excuse me, what are you doing? Well, your chart, you're having a right leg amputation. And I was from the knee down. And I was like, no, I'm not. And they were like, well, it's here, and I said, right. And it was on my bed too, but she checked it and changed it. And so he's like, well, let me go check your chart. And he went and checked the chart and went and talked to the nurse and took it off. I was like, had I not asked the damn question, what the hell? I mean, I told my mom, they start giving you, if I'm out of the room, because I stay with her, like when she was in the hospital just, 2 weeks ago, I was pissed that they didn't tell me when she was in recovery because I was supposed to be in recovery with her. But I'm like, when I walk out of the room, I'm like, if they come and they give you some kind of medication, you ask them, what are you giving me? You may not know or you may not remember, but something's going to catch your attention if they tell you something off the wall. I'm like, but you ask, you just ask. You have every right to ask anything at any time. You want clarification on something, ask the question. She's like, I know, I will. My dad was carrying an oxygen machine into the emergency room and couldn't breathe in a wheelchair and was told no one could go with him. We knew nothing for hours sitting in the parking garage of the hospital. Oh my gosh. Christy, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I've actually been able to catch your live hugs. Natalie, darling, love you. And Miley, hey, Sandy, welcome. How are you? I miss you, my dear friend. I love you too. And Miley says, hi, Aunt Sandy. Alabama and crazy. Wow, that's insane. Hey, all my fabulous yarny friends. Yeah, I mean, crazy things happen, but that's absurd, Christy. I'm so sorry. That's crazy. You would been short, be up at least $1 million. I know, right? I know. My mom totally must have blocked it out because when I was telling her about that, just I think at the hospital, she was like, you never told me that. And I'm like, yeah, I know I did. Hey, Christy, Doris, darling. But yeah, that was just the craziest. That was the craziest thing. I mean, I was like, how can you get something that wrong? And why is it on my chart? I was never having any issue with my leg. I mean, I don't know. Oh. And here's another thing. My dad had dementia, couldn't advocate for himself, and I wasn't allowed in with him when he broke his back. Holy crap, that's horrible, Denise. I am so sorry. So sorry. Now, see, that, if you ask me, that's really negligible. Negligent, not negligible, negligent. You know what I mean. My mom, morning of surgery, we get walked back to pick you. So the nurse is like, okay, this is your spot. And she was bringing two different patients back. She goes, here's your bed and here's your bed. So they happened to have a sheet of paper that was in a sheet protector that had doctor, whatever a doctor's name was, and then doctor, whatever for the other doctor, right? So my mom goes, wait, Dr. So-and-so. She's like, who is this? That's not my doctor. And she's like, what? And so she's like, that's my doctor. And she's like, oh, sorry, you guys need to switch. Okay, well, two totally different surgeries, just everything, two different cancers, two different surgeries, two different everything. The crazy thing is their last names are basically almost the same. And you know my mom's last name. So what are the chances on the same morning that two people with almost the same spelling of their last names are going to be brought in to pick you at the same time? I mean, that was great because I remember them saying Miss Holloway, which is what people refer to my mom as sometimes when they miss the J or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, that's awfully familiar, awfully similar. And okay, whatever. And we kept talking. So then when the nurse said something else and she goes, oh yeah, you know what? Now that you mention it, both of your names are very similar spellings, pronunciations, everything. And I was like, wow, that's just nuts. We cussed a few and almost got kicked out. Yeah, I would imagine. I would have been too. I mean, I was pissed as it was. You guys knew that. I mean, everybody told me that once my mom was out of surgery, I would be in the recovery room with her. As they wheeled her from the operating room to recovery, I would be getting walked back from the waiting room to recovery. Not her room, but to recovery. You all knew how upset I was after I heard that they changed the procedure or the approach. And then after I spoke to the doctor, and he said, somebody will come and get you and take you to recovery. Okay, great. And then I stayed on the line for a while. It was 2 hours later, one of the volunteers happened to come out and said, who are you waiting for? And so I told him, and he was like, oh, she's already in her room. She's been there for 2 hours. What? Because I think after I heard from the doctor, I waited like 45 minutes or something. And before I ended my live, or however that ended up working out, I can't remember exactly what the timeline was, but I was like, excuse me? Now, sure, should I have gotten up and asked? Yeah, but I figured he said that it was taking a little bit for her to wake up, whatever, and it was going to take them a little bit to get her to recovery. But I was like, dude, I got to her room. She could tell I was not happy because the nurse was in there. And so the nurse is going over all kinds of stuff with her. And I said, excuse me, ma'am, but she just woke up out of surgery. You're telling her how to use the incentive spirometer and you're telling her all this other crap. She can barely keep her eyes open. And you're trying to go through all of this without a family member present. And she's like, well, I'll go over with it. I'll go over everything with you in a moment. And I said, well, why don't you just save yourself some time and do it at the same time? And I will then explain it to her when she wakes up. Well, no, this is what I'm going to do instead. So I stood outside. I was not happy. I was pissed as all get out. I came in the room. I said, of course, I gave my mom a hug and everything. And she was like, where were you? I thought you were going to be in recovery. I said, don't get me started. If my youngest is here and something happens to me, there will be a fight on their hands because one or the other will be going with me. My replacement surgery both came, even though they said one only. Yeah, I totally get it, Becky. Similar name coincidence. Mr. Wright's first wife was named Alicia Clarity. Our son's first wife's name was Alicia Clarity. Wow. 2 different wives, same result, divorce. Wow, that's yeah. That's a big coincidence too. I'm sorry for both divorces, but not for Mr. Wright because he found you, which is clearly you're for sure Mrs. Wright for him. But, for your son, I feel bad. I was walking around with an AFLD, which wasn't horrible, but not told by 2 doctors until I seen my newest GI who sent me for a liver scan. Wait, I'm missing something, which wasn't horrible, but not told by 2 doctors until I seen my newest GI who sent me for a liver scan. Wow. That's just, I don't know. I don't know. Medical profession can be kind of, I don't know. I get, just so much. I don't know. I'm so glad my coughing isn't crazy right now. I got to tell you, in the middle of the night, I can't stop coughing. I am literally up 3/4 of the night, just coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. It's been driving me nuts. My lungs are just killing me from the coughing. We used the mugs you sent us last night for a tomato soup. Oh, I'm so happy you're using them. I swear, when I saw them, my mom and I were at the store and I saw them and I was like, Sandy. And she was like, what? And I was like, that's for Sandy. I got to get those. And she was like, why? And she goes, is that for their wedding or are they getting married? And I said, no. So it was in an anniversary section. Or wedding, I guess also wedding section. And I was like, no, but I got to get this. She just cracked up. They're God's not, and we shouldn't question them. Yeah. And see, that's exactly my uncle. That was my uncle and that was my cousin. That's my cousin's dad. But then also my aunt and uncle that had moved to Ukraine, they were of that generation. You don't question them. You just, what they say is what it is. You don't ask, you don't whatever, you take the medicine, it's not your business to ask or anything like that. And I'm like, nope, you ask. Like I said, I told my mom, you may not know what they're telling you or understand, I should say, what they're telling you, but at least ask the question. She knows all the medication she's on. Yes, after surgery, they oftentimes add something extra, but I try to, at least tell her the name of them so that if she asks about it, she can, if they say something totally off the wall, she can be like, wait, what is that for? Or, at least make them have to question it. You know what I mean? Is it allergies or no, it's an upper respiratory infection. Good night, Nancy. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. But when I'm going and going, like I was the month before my mom's surgery and all the appointments and everything else, plus my business and my channel and my work and everything else, when I have a break, like after my mom's surgery, and by the time we got home, bam, I get hit hard with an upper respiratory infection. It happens every single time I have anything that I'm just, which you all know, my schedule is always insane. But my regular insane schedule is my regular insane schedule, no big deal. But when I have to add something, like we were having appointments literally like a couple every week, and driving here and wondering and this and that and the other, and all of that was just extra. Or like when my mom had her knee surgeries a couple years ago, back in 2019, going and haven't been taking care of her and stuff. And then bam, I rest and it's wham, get hit. But it's just very frustrating. But yes, thank you, Crystal. Yes, rest well, Nancy. Sweet dreams, my friend. But yeah, so it's just going to be interesting. I mean, right now, just because of, I think I'm covered for maybe a month if I decided not to work at all, maybe a month and a half. If I decided not to like do any Uber Eats or sell a thing or whatever. But after that, it's going to be seriously interesting. So with the treatments and stuff like that, it's going to be, I'm going to have to fit in Uber Eats around all of that. So we'll see where that goes. And of course, my watch time is like drastically low right now because I'm not putting out videos, and I'm not doing lives as often. I haven't had a video up in over a week, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens from that perspective, because AdSense are going to have dropped significantly, and everything else. But it is what it is. My mom, family has to come first. At least in my book, it does. Well, I have to get my kiddos in bed. Natalie, I sent you my phone number. Call me anytime. I have to get them back into routine before school starts back. Hugs and love to all. I totally get it. Thank you so much for sending me your number. I appreciate it, Christy. And yeah, if I have any questions, or if I'll try to remember to go back through this live chat to see if there was anything that I wanted to write down, maybe for the immunotherapy. So that we're armed with any questions and stuff for the doctors. But yeah, totally hugs to the kids, and sweet dreams to you. Hopefully you could get to sleep soon. Love you, my friend. Again, thank you so much for your number. I appreciate it. I am a hippy dippy herbal person. Get yourself some ginger and lemon, boil half a lemon juice and all in a teaspoon of grated ginger. It'll clear that mucus right up. Actually, I have had that, and yeah, it hasn't. But my body's so freaking different and difficult. It's frustrating because so many people have given me so many amazing home remedies and stuff, and they either don't work or make it worse. And it's very, 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 very frustrating. But something sounds different in that. So some ginger and lemon, boil half a lemon juice and all in a teaspoon of grated ginger. Yeah, that's what I did. It would clear that mucus right out. I'll try it again and see what happens. But and that's the other thing. Like my cough, like right now when I've coughed on camera, it's been nothing. It's been like nothing compared to when I get into my coughing spells. But it sounds productive, but it's not. Nothing comes up, nothing, whatever. Like with my mom, hers started because she always has coughing fits for days after she's been intubated during surgery. Sometimes it'll turn into an upper respiratory infection. Sometimes it won't. This time it did, but she can actively bring like mucus up, like my grandmother did also, and they get rid of it. With me, it sounds productive, but there's absolutely nothing coming up. And it's just, it can be, yeah, frustrating. But I will try it again and see if it helps. But why does this pillow feel like, can you see this pillow? Look how blingy it is. It's all crystals. I love it. Why do I love it? Because it's pretty and sparkly. Even though it's gold and I'm not a gold person, it's still, sparkly. So gotta love it. Did you squeeze the oil out of the lemon? I I don't know. I honestly can't say whether I did or didn't. I can't remember. But then when it didn't work, I just didn't do it again. Hey, Sin, welcome. How are you? Yay, I'm seeing people I haven't seen in a long time. Like Lisa, I haven't seen Lisa in like forever and a day. And I've seen you more recently, Sin. And then Sandy, I've seen. It's been a while, even for Sandy. But yay, I'm so excited. It's actually been a while since I've talked to Christy also, because I know she's had a ton of stuff going on. But yeah, I still need to do my ingratitude drawings because I had a ton, even though a bunch of these were by the same people. I had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 super chats in December. What? That was amazing. But a lot of it was for my mom's gift. So, but still, well, and Crystal's huge, the one that still has taken me totally aback, totally. Son of a biscuit. I got Crystal an ornament. It was day before Christmas. I don't remember when it was. I haven't sent it out yet because I was wait, why was Crystal hidden? Why was Crystal hidden? What happened? Did Crystal go off the reservation? Have you tried Mucinex? Not sure I have the spelling right, but it helps me when my lungs get all full of the pillow. Yes, I have tried Mucinex, and no, it doesn't work. Ugh, so frustrating. Well, I've got to go. Can't keep my eyes open. Love you. Love you too, Doris. Thank you so much for having stopped by. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I have a feeling it was just a mistake by Leanne, but sorry, Crystal. I think she was going for the actual troll, and what probably happened was somebody sent a comment, and it shifted just as she was trying to block the. I know that's happened to me. Block the bad guy, and got Crystal instead. But thanks, Sin, for unhiding her. But I thought I was saying something else. Oh, the ornament for Crystal. So I feel horrible because I still have it. But this particular ornament, when we were at the store as a small business, and I was looking for something that was handmade. I told Crystal I wasn't going to be able to actually make one myself, but I wanted to get her one. I was going to get it out of my own stash, which was what my plan was. However, I haven't had time to go through my ornaments to pick one out from my stash. So when we were at this particular small business, I was like, you know what? She always has beautiful handmade stuff. I'm going to see if I could find an ornament. And I found one, and it instantly made, how Crystal kept saying that she has her dream because she has her house with her vaulted ceilings. She was able to get her dream 12-foot tree. Well, this particular ornament just made me think of them. Okay, it would be a real tree, but of them driving their tree to their new house. And it's hand painted. And so I was like, okay, perfect one. It totally made me think of her. I have no idea if she's going to like it, but I wanted to wrap it up all pretty and everything else. And yeah, it's on the table. I would show it to you, but just in case, because I know she lurks on lives, I don't want to show it so she can't see it. But and then we went for when we dropped Miley off for her grooming appointment, we had a couple hours to waste. And so we grabbed some coffee, and we took a ride up the beach. And so we stopped at the store at John's Pass. It's called the Salty Seaman. It's actually Big Dick's Salty Seaman. And yes, much of what is in the store, as far as all the cute sayings and stuff, are all referring to Big Dick Salty Seamans. But anyway, I found a towel, a hand towel that had a saying that someone I follow, and I know several of you follow, oftentimes says during her podcast. So I'm really excited to wrap that up and send it to her because it was just so perfect. And that store would have been so perfect for her also. But yeah, so they were inexpensive. That was my first business expense of the year. He didn't have a receipt though. His computer wouldn't print out a receipt for me, but I wrote it all out and stuff, all the details. But um yeah. So what are you guys working on? That's my other thing. When it comes to going to these treatments and stuff, I will take stuff to like my doctor's office and work on it. But when it comes to like hospitals, or in this case, the cancer center and stuff, I I kind of have an aversion to taking things that are either A, commission pieces, or B, items I plan on selling in my Etsy shop, which I haven't posted anything new in so long on there. It's not even funny. I mean, I really should have put my bees and my deer up there well before Christmas, but did I? No, because things were just so crazy. But I just don't know. Should I take stuff and just work on it? Because I seriously, 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 seriously need to start posting new stuff on my Etsy shop so I can actually start selling things. But do you guys have a good way to disinfect? I have my silver spray that, I mean, I've not had any issues with it not cleaning stuff. But hey, Natalie. Hey, Saf, how are you? Welcome. Happy New Year to you too, my friend. But do you guys have any like, because I don't wash my finished items before I sell them, because I've had more people ask me not to wash versus wash. So I just stopped even considering washing anything. I've started the hashtag copycat collab with Laura from Med. BB Crochet and Farming. We'll be doing the Amigurumi Wars with Yarno. Yeah, I wanted to do I reached out to Anita because she had included me in that email about the Amigurumi Wars. And I would have loved to have, picked a month and, whatever, and actually taken part in it. But I told her with everything then going on, which was before knowing what is likely going to be happening for the next 6 months, at least, not at least for 6 months. That's it. We're not going any further than that. But I just knew I wasn't going to be able to commit, and I didn't want to even partially commit and then have to back out. So I didn't take part in it. But I have been hearing about the hashtag copycat collab. I just haven't actually had a chance to watch any video about it. But that sounds like fun. Okay, that was because my juice went down the wrong way. Okay, that didn't help my cough. I was just going to ask you another question. In my other channels, I have no idea what's going to happen with them. My whole Empty Your Closet for Miley, I still have to drop off the money order. It's still in my purse with the same date I showed on that video. And all the stuff is in my trunk. I just need to have a chance to be able to get over there. Maybe I'll try to get it over there this week, depending on when they call us to get appointments set up and stuff. But I am still planning on creating my team with my local SPCA for the pet walk in April. Oh, crap. That's in April. She's not going to be up for it. Yes, she will. I'm staying positive that she is not going to lose energy or anything else, which realistically speaking, I know, but still I'm going to pray. But I seriously want to take part in that pet walk. Not that I'm going to be able to actually walk much of it, but I was going to create a team for hashtag Empty Your Closet for Miley. And I was going to be approaching local businesses and stuff. Oh my gosh. Anyway, approach local small businesses to make donations towards that what is it called when you have something that you're collecting for? Not a foundation. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I have several small businesses I'm approaching to donate towards that, as well as trying to see if any individuals will want to walk with me or take part in it. So we'll see about that. But yeah, fundraiser. Thank you. Wait, is that what I said, or I can't remember? Laura and I are doing the Mandrake from Harry Potter. Oh, okay, cool, fun. I'm almost done with a unicorn in an egg amigurumi from a paid pattern. Oh, is it a Katie's pattern? Is it a hatching unicorn? Good night, all. I'm going to head to bed now, getting really tired and can barely keep my eyes open. Okay, Denise, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Remember, your Christmas card will go out. It's just going to be really late. Like I was hoping it was going to be January 7th. I know, Becky, I shouldn't be apologizing, but still. But sweet dreams, my friend. Love you. And of course, keeping you in my thoughts and prayers as well. And if you guys wouldn't mind keeping my mom in your thoughts and prayers, that the treatments and stuff aren't going to be too horrible, and that, as few side effects as possible, and hopefully no complications would be, ideal. But we both greatly appreciate it. I'm not worried about prayers for me, just all for her and Miley would be very much appreciated. Delsum 12-hour cough medicine is very good, a little pricey, but with my BP, I can take it and it not bother me. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. The only thing that I can take that will actually somewhat help, except makes me end up feeling really off, and I've already been feeling so off, is Alka-Seltzer Plus. This is the one that I was taking this time around, but this is the only one that can even remotely help with mucus, and it doesn't help with my coughing though, but it'll sometimes do enough that it makes me feel not like making me feel off isn't as bad as what it helps, if that makes sense. But that's the only thing that I could potentially take that could do something. But right now it's not working. It's so freaking ridiculous. Florida's a legal state for marijuana, right? Yes, it is. Not Katie did, can't remember the designer. Oh, wow. So there's another one? That's interesting, because I know she is the original creator of the hatching unicorn, which has the egg that it comes out of. But that's interesting. Awesome, Saf. Hugs and prayers for you and your mom, Mighty. Thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate it. And like I said, you're always in our thoughts and prayers. Anna Mostovia, fairy toys pattern, Etsy shop from Russia, I think. Interesting. I'm going to have to check hers out and see. Yeah, it's not pulling anything up. No. I don't think that's it. I don't think it's pulling it up right. A spoonful of honey and cinnamon helps me with cough. Yeah, I tried the honey and cinnamon. I tried the doing the cut up onion and putting sugar on top until it becomes like a syrup. And doing that was an old wives' tale that I know has helped many people. Nothing. Olive oregano is what I use. Works for everything. I swear by it. I'll have to check that out. But I don't think this is who you are referring to. No. Okay, no, these are people that I think. Is it Amagurumi Anna? No, this is not it. No, I'm not able to pull it up. Well, that's a shame. I'd love to see it. And I'm going to take a picture of this so I can maybe do a little research later. You know, there have been so many, there have been so many videos being posted recently. I mean, I wasn't able to keep up before, but now it's like, holy crap. Excuse me. It's been so crazy. I'm like, I don't think I have a prayer of keeping up with anybody. Maybe look into getting your mom low dose edibles while receiving treatments. I remember you saying she had a low tolerance for pain meds. It helps with appetite and pain. I think she tried. I can't remember what it was that she tried, and was it that? I don't know that it was that. I don't think it. Crap! Now I can't remember. Huh? I can't remember, but let me take a picture of that so I can remember. Or try to remember. Now I need to remember to actually look at my pictures. Then the thing is like with the pain, we're very grateful because any time that they call to check up on her since surgery, you know, they were asking, you know, have you been moving your bowels, which obviously is something important after you've had surgery. Knock on wood, she's been good. Has she had, you know, there were several different things that they were asking if she had, and thankfully she hadn't. And I know she was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel, you know, like, is there anything, you know, I mean, because things are missing in there, you know, but thankfully she's been feeling really good. So I'm very grateful for that. It'll just be interesting to see, you know, after with the treatments and stuff, how things go. But hey, Corinne, welcome. How are you? Happy New Year to everybody that I didn't say it to before, but Happy New Year. But yeah, so oh, sorry, I was just checking my list. I just completely lost my train of thought. I was going to tell you guys something and it totally just flew out of my head. Totally 100% flew out of my head. My mom was hoping, or she was thinking that if she was up, she would stop by to say hi to everybody, but she fell asleep. So I'm grateful for that because I was worried that tonight she wouldn't be sleeping well because I know she was very, very, very anxious after, you know, hearing everything from today. But thank you very much, Corinne. I appreciate it. But we were both thinking about it and we're like, you know, it is all preventative at this point. And although, yes, can be overwhelming to be thinking about, especially when we were totally not in that even mind frame at this point. It would, you know, it's all preventative and we're going to take it one day at a time and see how it all goes. And we know that God had a plan. And yes, it sucks that all of this, I mean, surgery was before she retired, but that all of this is going to be happening after she retired, even though she was hoping to, you know, be able to enjoy her retirement as much as possible and whatever. But It's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. I know it is. And even my aunt was like being just, and that's one of the things I love, because my aunt has been very positive during her treatments and stuff. And hers had metastasized, had gone into her back and her liver, I believe. She had breast cancer, but she was just very upbeat, very positive about it from the second we got on the phone. So grateful for that. And yeah, and I know that all of you amazing prayer warriors and all of you that have been sending positive thoughts and everything are just so absolutely amazing, that, she's got this. Again, try for my Christmas card. I'm posting your lollipops Thursday. All right, thank you. I don't know why I read that. Try. You're very welcome, Corinne, and I'm glad you got it. Christmas. I'm posting your lollipops Thursday. You're just so funny. Just don't stress about it. When you're able to, you're able to. Yes, I'm excited about it. I think I even told some people at the hospital about it, because we were talking about something that was kind of sort of in the realm of whatever. And I was mentioning, what was it that we were talking about? Why would I have something that was brought up? Oh, for crying out loud, I can't remember what it was now, but it was, my mom just started giggling. She's like, "You're just so funny." She's like, "You're going to have to eat those in super moderation." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but they're going to be so amazing." I still can't believe how many you got. I hope it's not going to be too expensive to send, because I know shipping across, the ocean is not cheap at all whatsoever. Although it still blows my mind, because you all know how many small businesses I've dealt with last year. I mean, lots and lots and lots. I mean, minimum 60 just on Etsy. That's not all on any websites and stuff. And I've dealt with businesses that are within the same general area, not obviously like right next door to each other, but the same general area. And one person, will charge $22, like with the exchange will be $22 or $25 for shipping. Whereas somebody who is sending something larger was able to send it for, £7.95. And I'm like, and I get it a lot faster. I'm like, and it's by Royal Post. And I'm like, I just don't quite understand how there's that drastic of a difference in price and speed, and or even ability to send in certain cases. But I guess it is what it is. It's okay. I'm excited for you to get them. I'm excited for me to get them also. And as I had mentioned in the beginning of the live, right now videos are gonna I'm not sure what's going to be happening. I'm probably going to be doing impromptu lives more than recorded videos, and recorded videos will just be when I'm able to actually, either if I get some happy mail that I want to share and I want it on a regular video, or if I'm able to get something going with one of the small businesses that I was hoping to be able to do this year, or something like that. But otherwise, it's probably going to be more impromptu lives until things we figure out, our routine with treatments and stuff like that. So it's all going to be hit or miss here. But yes, I'm going to be very excited when I get your package. Very, very excited. I'm kind of a candy freak, which I'm going to have to. Actually, I've been feeling so off lately that I haven't really even been eating sweets or ice cream or things that I would normally stress eat. I've just been feeling so off that it's not even remotely appetizing. I mean, it is, but the idea of actually taking the energy to eat it is so exhausting that I'm like, whatever. I just not even gonna bother. But I can tell you when I get those, I'm gonna be very excited about it. Hello, Mama Cookie. How are you? Welcome and Happy New Year to you too. Also, some studies have shown weed may be effective in treating cancer, and if it lessens pain and keeps appetite up, it helps her body fight better. Absolutely. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. The only thing is it's at least from my experience through what I've heard from others, it is very expensive for a lot of it. At least the medical marijuana. Um, and with my aunt is actually going to be sending her the list of all the things that she was taking to help boost her immunity and other things that were actually highly recommended, not only by her own doctor, but another doctor that she knew. And she's like, none of it's cheap. She goes, but you know what? If it helps, it helps. So we're going to be looking into all of that. We know things are going to be interesting for the next few months, but we'll make it a go. We'll make a go of it. They are all a bit smaller than the ones you had on your live, so you can eat 3 to make There you go. Yeah, you mean those really big Smartie ones? Yeah, those are insanely big. Those are fun to eat, but insanely big. So awesome that I can eat 3 to one of those. I'll take it. I'm good. Still kind of new to your channel. Been here a time or two lurking. Awesome. Well, welcome. Do I know your first name? I don't think so. If you wouldn't mind sharing your first name, I would love to add it to my list so that I can, because I like to welcome everybody by name if and when I'm able to. I have a cheat sheet for those that I'm not as familiar with, but I'm happy that you're here. I'm glad that you have checked my channel out a few times. I always love knowing when there are new people around. Anna, awesome. Thank you so much. So Mama Cookie is Anna. Yay. Hopefully I can read that because it's in dry erase marker, but I'm sure I can read that. I did it big enough. But welcome, Anna. All right. Hey, Maritza, welcome. How are you? Miley's grunting as she's getting herself comfortable in her bed. I don't know if you guys heard her. She's staring at me right now. She's such a silly girl. Such a silly girl. I think she's not happy that she's not seeing her peeps. Well, she said hi in the very beginning. You could see her little paws over here a little bit, but I'm surprised she hasn't come over here, seeing as though she saw me looking at her. But let me see if I could take a picture of her without getting everything in the background. Hold on. Let's see. What is this? Oh, it's the box. I have no, that's not the box under my computer. All right, hold on a second. Oh, there's a gouge in the table, but this was her. Hold on. That's her sleeping right now. I don't know if the glare is too bad or not, but that she's saying goodnight to her peeps. Oh, wait, Maritza, were you leaving? I'm sorry. Good night, my friend, if you're leaving. And if I missed you before, I am so sorry. But welcome and good night. Sweet dreams, my friend. And I hope you're having a happy new year so far. You're good. I'm glad just getting to know you. Awesome. And I look forward to getting to know you too. Yeah, her eyes are still closed, but yeah, so that's her saying goodnight to her peeps. She's so silly. She, you would, she's been so, she's discombobulated because we've been staying at my mom's since surgery. Again, there was no medical reason for it. It was just something I was more comfortable with, even though both of us were. Even though it's not like, there were any issues or anything, but Miley's just kind of going along with everything and like, okay, well, are we going home or are we staying here? Because we only live right across the breezeway from my mom. I mean, literally our roof lines are attached. But yeah, so she just, right now though, I think she's been more comfortable in here with the fireworks and stuff because she can just go into my mom's room if she wants, and she goes and sleeps on the floor right next to my mom, or she'll, come out here. Sometimes she goes into my old room, which is her room now. And I'm like, the TV's not in there. At least in my mom's room, there's a TV playing, or out here, the TV's playing, especially when we know there are fireworks going because we have them louder than normal. But she'll go into her room and no TV, no nothing. And so then she ends up getting even more spooked. So I'm like, just stay out here with us. But she's just been kind of going along with everything and just being herself with a little bit more of an attitude lately, though. She has been having a little bit more of an attitude, but we can't exactly blame her. Night, night, baby girl. She says good night. People here greet each other with good night. I had to get used to that when we first moved here. I have to remember not to say that elsewhere because they think I'm leaving. Oh, okay, I got it. That's too funny, but I can see that. My very last video is stuffed crocheted animals that I made for my kids for Christmas. Oh, awesome. I'll have to check it out. I might as well ask you, who was it that said, was it Leanne, I think, said that at one point she was able, how YouTube used to allow you to click on the thumbnail of somebody in a live chat and you could go to it would take you to their channel if, you wanted to, but then they stopped that, especially I think when that huge, when there were so many grow channels and stuff out there. But Leanne recently said that she was able to do it again. I still haven't been able to. It still just gives me the options to like block or, create monitor or moderator or whatever the case is. But has anybody else seen that they have been able to actually get back to people's channels? I was just curious. But I'll have to check your channel out, Mama Cookie, or Anna, sorry. And I can't. No. So that's interesting. I was thinking maybe they were beta testing it again to see if people abused it like instantly or not. But I was hoping it was going to be coming back around. Which the other thing that they were testing that there are a lot. It came back for my significant other as well, but not for me. See, that's so interesting. Whatever. But what? Oh, the other feature that they were testing on some channels was the thank you button. Normally, the only option you have if you were wanting to help a channel was either if they had memberships set up, sign up as a member, or super chats or super stickers during a live chat. But some channels also, where you have like the thumbs up, thumbs down, share, save, those buttons, there's also a thank you button, which you can click, and that's on any video that they post, pre-recorded or, well, I think you can also do it for live. I'm not sure, but for any pre-recorded videos, you can click the thank button, and it's predetermined amounts. I think it's like $1, $2, $5, 10, 20. I don't know what the amounts are, but they're all predetermined, but you can send a thank you to the channel outside of doing super chat or super stickers in a live and or signing up as a member. It was supposed to become available to everybody at the end of last year, but it's now the 3rd of January, and I know I myself don't have it yet. But there are still a bunch of people that do still have it. So I was curious when that was going to end up happening, but yeah, the dislikes are gone. Well, the count is gone. I mean, the creator still can see it, but the count publicly is gone. Honestly, I think they just wasted too much valuable time trying to determine that, but it is what it is. I sent you a message. It's still available. I sent you a screenshot of what it looks like. Oh, now it came up. Yeah, see, I don't get that. I don't have those options. I still just have the report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on the channel, and I think create moderator. But yeah, I forgot. Adele was the other person. It was Leanne and Adele, I believe, people that were letting me know that they had that option again. So I'm happy that they have the option. I wish I was able to, because I tried it out. I was in a couple different lives, and I tried it out, and I did not have the option to be able to do it. So I still see the dislikes. You see the thumbs up button. I mean, sorry, thumbs up, you can see the number on it. The thumbs down button, you can't see the number on it. The creator can still see how many dislikes they get, but the public can't see it. If you can still see it, I think you're one of like maybe a handful of people I've heard of that still sees the number on other people's channels. If it's on your own, yes, you can still see the dislikes, but the count is gone. Right. Again, not for the thumbs up, but for the thumbs down. I wish they would bring back the old school reply to videos on YouTube. Yeah, and I remember back in the day when they used to have the what was it? It was a different rating system, wasn't it? Wasn't it like you can give it like certain stars, like a certain number of stars? Wasn't that like that was a long time ago though. Does it work for you, Sin, to go to someone's channel by clicking on their pic? I think it's a YouTube mod that's able to see that. What? The thumbs down count? Yes, the count is gone. You can also remove how many thumbs up you get as well. Yeah, every creator has always had the option to remove the thumbs up and thumbs down. That's always been a creator option. So that's why one of the reasons why I think they wasted a lot of precious resources determining whether or not they should remove the thumbs down count. Because a creator, if it was that big of an issue, a creator could simply take the count off, just period, for thumbs up and thumbs down. But some people, there's a big thing, some people are saying they did it because of bullying, and well, sadly, people will still find a way to, because I get more thumbs downs. I mean, typically it's like maybe one every other video or something like that. But I used to never get thumbs downs. I always had 100%. It's still an interaction with your channel, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, for those that were getting like tons, I know there are a lot of like brands out there, like let's say Disney or whatever, that it was really, it could negatively be affecting them when they had, people that were wanting to do thumbs down campaigns and stuff. But as far as a bullying thing, people are now, that a lot of people are saying the problem is now if they weren't going to comments to bully, Now, if they are wanting to make a big stink and they did it with thumbs downs, now they're going to get irritated and start commenting, which could be even worse than simply getting a thumbs down. But I don't know. I'm not even worried about it. I mean, it's still an interaction, and it is what it is. I see a number with numbers next to how many are watching. If I click on that, it takes me to a page where I can click onto a video of yours. Oh, look, there's my live. Yeah, so yeah, it'll take you to my channel is what it'll do. That's weird. You're a mod. I am on an old tablet, so it may be different. Oh, that could be. Yeah, because I'm a mod with Granny D, and I was on one of her lives, and I clicked on somebody's thumbnail, and it didn't give me the option to go to their channel. My other half has that option, but I don't. The one that lets you visit other channels by touching the pic. Yeah, I used to love that option. It really bothered me when they got rid of it because from the interaction that they're wanting is you to not simply go to somebody's channel, subscribe, and leave. The point is to watch at least one video for more than just a couple seconds, like and preferably comment and whatever, so that it actually counts as an interaction with the channel versus simply giving them an extra subscriber, which is what grow channels were doing, and I get it, but it's still frustrating. It would be nice to be able to quickly be able to get to somebody's channel while you're on a live. I've been able to do it on all the channels I'm a mod on. Interesting. Yeah, because I'm a mod on a couple channels and I can't do it. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I can't do it on my own. Like right now, I can't. And if I actually turned on my live on my phone, I wouldn't be able to do it. But then again, I am the channel, but still. Okay, back to the lurking dinner time. Okay, enjoy your dinner, Adele. Thank you so much for stopping in or saying hi and letting me know. I appreciate that. It was so much easier when you could visit a channel with attention. Exactly, it was. It was so much easier. But it is what it is. I mean, I can see both sides of part of why it was stopped and whatever, but I still don't like it. but my opinion counts for very little when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I do think I'm going to start saying goodnight because I'm starting to fade a little and I can feel a coughing fit coming on. And this is the latest I've been sitting upright in a while. I've been horizontal for quite some time. But nope, it doesn't work on my phone either. Yeah, I don't get it. I know I've heard that mods have been able to do it. Versus having heard anybody that's not a mod on a channel being able to do it. Although, no, I think I did run into one, I can't remember who it was, but they weren't a mod on somebody's channel, but they were able to do it. But typically it's mods on channels while they're, in a live chat are able to do it. But I can't on any device that I'm on, I can't do it. Thank you, Saf. I appreciate it. I've got an old iPad, and if you put something on your community page, I can't see it. It says to go to your computer. I don't have one. Well, that sucks. I don't like that. That's not even fair. What if you went to my actual channel and went to the community tab, like versus, I guess, so you're not able to see anybody's community tab? Good night, sweet lady. God bless you and your mama, Miley. Thank you so much, Corinne. I really do appreciate it. And thank you all so very much for all the prayers for my mom. And again, thank you to those of you that sent super chats that time in for my mom. She is going to enjoy her Manny and Petty. I think it's this week. I can't remember. Well, I mean, our Petties are tomorrow. I can't remember the Manny though. But she is that's crazy, Becky. She was very, very excited about it, or is very excited about it, I should say. Community tab only works on mobile or PC. I did not know that. I had no idea about that. Well, that kind of sucks. That really limits a lot of people. Well, that doesn't make me happy. All right, but yes, I'm going to get going. So have a great night. Again, thank you so incredibly much for all the prayers for my mom and for Miley and myself. I mean, of course, I appreciate any for myself, but my focus is on my mom and always as Miley too. But doesn't work on my iPad. Interesting. But I will keep you guys updated as we find anything out. But yeah, things are just going to be weird. So if I pop up on lives, that's why, if you're not seeing regular recorded videos, but hopefully I'll have a couple here and there or have the time to be able to do them. But yeah, I just have to hope that something is mentioned or I stay in the dark. Oh, well, at least I know that now. And I try to, if I post on my community tab, I also try to post in my Facebook group, which I know you do see. So hopefully you'll always stay in the light, not in the dark. But now that I know that that's probably why some people don't see my community tab stuff. I don't know if they're not part of my Facebook group. I don't know how else to get them the message, but I don't know. I guess I'll have to figure something out there. But yeah. Have a wonderful night, everyone. My bed is calling me. I'll certainly come back to visit you again. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, Anna. And I really do appreciate your time and your support. Thank you very, very much. Becky, try Safari browser. That's a good thing. Or mobile phone. Okay, well, thank you for that tip. Miley says hi and bye to her peeps. Okay, she just opened her one eye. But she says hi and bye to her peeps. My mom did say to say goodnight to everybody if she didn't make it on here. And thank you for all the continued prayers. Thank you for the continued prayers for her with the treatments now and everything else. Like I said, once we know something, I'll let you guys know again, or I'll give you guys another update. And remember, for every season, there's a reason to crochet. Love, hugs, and prayers to everybody. Extra prayers for those who need it. Remember, if you need extra prayers but don't want to mention it publicly, email me at natalies.closet@yahoo.com and we will add you to our private prayer list. Let me know if I can mention it anonymously online. Otherwise, we'll just keep it private. And if you guys do have any questions that you think would be good for us to ask either the radiation oncologist or the chemo oncologist, that would be very much appreciated if you will email us. That way we could be armed and dangerous when we go to see them and have all the questions that we need answered. Night to all. Prayers for all here and gone to bed. Thank you, Becky. And yeah, so thank you for all of that. I will do my gratitude drawings in the next couple of days, and I'll definitely post that. I can't believe I forgot my December surprise giveaway winner. So I don't know, maybe I'll see. Maybe I'll go ahead and still do it and just announce it this month. And for those of you that haven't gotten a Christmas card, but you know I have your address, I'm praying I'll get them out by the end of January. I apologize. This year is definitely off, or last year, this year is definitely off, but doing my best. So I love you guys. Thank you so incredibly much for all of your support. I really do appreciate it. You guys are truly, truly, truly amazing. And just, I don't know what I would be doing without you guys. At least, you know, I mean, just, you guys are awesome. Thank you very, very much. And, I thought I heard my mom say something. Hold on. No, it's her TV. Never mind. I thought she was wanting me to say something to you guys. But yep. So I love you guys. Have a great night, and I'll get back. I'm planning on still doing my live tomorrow night, but in the event I don't, I will post it on my community tab and my Facebook group. So if you're not part of my Facebook group, the link is in the description box below. Go ahead and click it. There are 3 simple questions. And then I'll go ahead and approve you. And yeah, that way you can stay up to date. Because those are the 2 places I typically will make announcements. Sometimes I'll go ahead and do it on Instagram also. But yeah, I look forward to getting your Christmas cards. Yeah. Did you get one from me yet? If you didn't, I apologize. And I swear there were so many of you that I thought were in my first batch, but clearly I somehow missed a bunch. So I apologize, but you will get one. Again, I don't know exactly when, but you will still get one. And those that will get one late, hopefully they will have watched at least one video in the last month to have known what's going on and why they could be late. But otherwise, surprise. But I tend to keep people on their toes anyway most of the time. So I'll see you guys soon. I'll hop. Hopefully I'll be able to do my live tomorrow night, but not yet. But I didn't check the mailbox last week. Okay, so you may have. I swear I sent yours, but I'll check my list. I don't know. If not, you'll get one because I have your address. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys soon. I can be saying goodnight forever, so I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you guys dearly. Thank you so much for everything. I so truly appreciate it. So do my mom and Miley, even though she doesn't know what she's appreciating, but she appreciates it. All right. Love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.